Ted's got the button.
Yeah,
I'm completely hands-free tonight. Ted's got the button.
Look, I had a week off, and I come back, and it's just mayhem, and you don't settle down, do you, when I'm not here?
I never settle down.
So
I'm awake 24/7.
So you just got to be. I did show some of the nurses last week. Said, look,
I don't want to know what you showed the nurses.
I know you got in trouble for taking chocolate back off them. But
yeah, well, I kept him quiet for 2 hours. You see, eating chocolate, then took it back off and told him to get back to work.
You do realise, Ted, though, that taking chocolate back off the nurses is like insulting a waiter. There's going to be consequences, and it's not.
Yeah. I did realise that the following day, when she came with the rubber gloves and a very large syringe.
Yeah, I think the general rule is don't insult the people that bring you food or the people that insert things.
Yeah, don't insult the people that have access to catheters.
Anyway, I think I've got a few new converts that they might be sat on the ward this week watching the model live stream. So,
hello, poorly people.
Hello, people. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the E-Model live stream on a Monday night. Yes, it's me, Ted. Ted back into sort of full fitness, but never mind. We won't talk about that any further. Monday night live stream from eBottles, ebottles.co.uk, with the other two reprobates down here in the corner somewhere. Hi, Fox. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much, Ted.
Chris,
my children's TV presenter wave.
Chris, also live from down somewhere down.
I'm in the balmy south. Yeah, I'm lovely. It's nice to have you back, Ted.
Yes, it's good to be back. Yeah, whether I make it through 2 hours, we'll wait and see. We've got an ambulance stood on standby just outside, and the guys are having a fag while they're waiting. But never mind.
Ted does have control of the buttons tonight, so if he starts flagging and says he's got to quit, that's a short show.
We'll hear it. We'll be here as long as my blood pressure.
Yeah, we didn't think that one through, did we? What a shock. Andy McLeish has already got a question. He's asking me where the script is. They never send me a script. I think they might have a secret script between the two, but I never get a look.
We do have a script. I've got a script. It just makes me look good and doesn't make you look as good.
You should have a load of papers that you can just tap on your desk in front of you and put down neatly.
Ted's got a script. He's just a really bad actor. No, Ted and I communicate telepathetically.
Right. I thought Ted's is actually all pre-recorded.
Ted himself is pre-recorded.
Yeah, that's why I never seem to grasp the jokes, because my bit's pre-recorded. I just play this, and when Fox and Chris tell a joke and I don't laugh, it's because I just carry on with.
Brian Windmill says, Ted, no standing on chairs.
No, I try to stand on chairs. I haven't put anything I want is within reach this week, or I've got a step ladder to. The step ladders like you have in the library that roll along.
In the library? How big's your house?
Yeah,
it's only one library. He's not got three libraries. He's not. Michael Jacobman does say Ted's been busy. He's noticed the scammer behind him.
Well, I'll tell you about that. Well, as you know, I haven't been at the bench a lot lately. So I sort of get myself a little sort of mojo breaker, and this thing here has been hanging around unmade in a box for quite a while. I think I've mentioned it to you once before. It used to sit on the back shelf in my old workshop, and if I can lift it up without it all falling to bits because it's not quite glued together yet, it's this kit. It's the AFV Club AEC Matador.
I think you've actually had that longer than the big U-boat, haven't you, Ted?
Yeah.
You mean they were making kits before he started the U-boat? I thought that was one of the first kits ever produced.
I know. I actually saw on Facebook the other day that there was a photograph of Ted picking up that U-boat, and it was 2016. I'm like, that's like 32 years ago.
Yeah, I just felt that I needed to get a bit of building done that didn't have any pressure, and I wasn't filming it, and I was just doing it to enjoy. And then eventually build the enthusiasm and the patience, and because I'm still quite low on sort of patience at the moment, sort of sitting at the bench for an hour or two, and then I get enough and I've got to go and have a lie down in the dark room. So I thought I'd dig out the Scammel again. It's not the Scammel, the Matador, and yeah, it's a lovely little kit, great kit, goes together well. All this comes off, really detailed. If you can see it in there. Cab.
Yes, just the right angle, all the bits fall off, and it's quite.
Yeah, it's not all glued together just yet, but you could see how detailed it is in the cockpit. cockpit, and it's really nicely detailed underneath. Watch as the wheels drop off.
There we go. Just like real life.
So that's what I've been doing. I've dug this out, and I've been spending a couple of hours at the bench, just doing a little bit, just to get me back into the flow of it.
What kit is that? Who's that by?
Sorry?
Who is that? A trumpeter, or is it a rifle?
Yeah, this is AFA.
AFA. Because I know you had some issues with the bits on the chassis, but I don't know if that was the kit. Was you getting it wrong? I can't remember.
No, it is a super detailed kit, and it does go together really well. And there's bags of detail underneath and everything in there. But you've got to really follow the instructions.
Were you not paying attention when you did the bits?
Yeah, that was about it. You've got to really follow the instructions and get it right. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just a bit at a time. Just since I've come out of hospital, I found that I really do need to take it a bit easier. That's
we don't mind you taking your time, Ted. You're allowed to get yourself back in slowly. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it. And hopefully, once I feel up to it again and sort of ready to start filming and things like that, I can get back into the U-boat, because I want to do that properly. I don't want to mess it up halfway through or get fed up and things like that. And sort of
2 years into the bill, I don't want to get fed up with it.
I don't want to get fed up. I do enjoy it, and it's like the Matador. There's not a lot left to do on it. It's just a matter of sort of getting down and
it's the last bit, and he's just going to be fitting the conning tower on the top, and he's going to get cross with it, angry, and smash it all up.
Yeah,
it'll just get to glue on the last bit, but I'm bored with it now.
Yeah. Michael Jacobin asked what scale is the Matador. It is 1/35. So
so we've got Andy Taylor in, says he's a newbie here. So everyone in chat, look after Andy and, and welcome.
Did you bring cakes? Because nobody's going to like you if you didn't bring cakes.
Yeah, your first time in, you have to bring cakes. That's the rule.
First time, cakes for everyone.
Mostly for Scale Model Muse, because she'll eat all the cakes in the world. I'll do all my blurb. Let me get my blurb out of the way. Welcome to everybody. As always, we did this a bit late now. If you're new to this, welcome to the live stream. If you're watching this anywhere that's not on YouTube, so you're watching it through emodels.co.uk/live or anywhere else, and you can't see the live chat, click on the little YouTube icon that's down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and that will take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. You'll need to be in the live chat so that A, you can give us things to talk about, because we'll struggle if you don't. And B, you can win stickers and mugs and that and things. You need to be in the live chat to take part. So do come along. If you are in the chat and you want to ask a question, do it in big fat capital letters, please, for the whole sentence so we can see it. If you want to, because me and Chris will keep an eye on the chat, but we'll probably miss stuff because we're a bit rubbish. If you want to do a super chat, that's the little $sign at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your question in a big coloured box and we can't possibly miss it. And I've forgotten all the other things I normally say now. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, we'll think of it as we go along.
Yeah, we'll make it up as we go.
Andy says he's going to put the oven on for the cakes. Yeah,
he's
got time. I don't know. You should have put the oven on earlier.
Yeah.
Preheat your ovens.
Yeah, Chris, do you want to go through who's in, or shall I do that, or do you want to?
I can nip through who's in. Let's see. As far as I go up, we've got Lord Berkeley III saying boo or boo. He's got different capitals in different places and things.
Is he stuck in Halloween again?
I think he might still. Either that or he was just saying boo. Get off, you're rubbish. I'm not sure.
Is it a boo like haha, or is it a boo like nah, you're rubbish?
I couldn't. I might be a boo because he came along too early and we weren't here yet.
Could be. Yeah, there's no exclamation mark after them, so there's it's a negative.
Colin's in being a mod. He also said boo for some reason. I don't know. There's me, Ickle Pete, Meatballs and Bobbingtons is in.
Meatballs,
a good hello all. Hello Meatballs.
I'm thinking about meatballs now. I'm hungry.
Oh, I had meatballs for tea. Yeah.
I've got meatballs for tomorrow's tea, and I'm really hungry.
We also have Sergeant Bones and Ray from Malta's in. Evening, Ray. Sergeant Bones is in. Phil Kett, Michael Jacobin, Mr. Loth. Sorry, what was that?
Is Sergeant Bones in?
Sergeant Bones is in a couple of times. I've mentioned him.
That's good.
Michael Jacobin's in, and Vincent and Mr. Loth's model making. Christopher Coombs, Jamie Bone, Brian Windmill, the York Boys.
Where's Dave Cardboard? If we've got Brian Windmill, we need Dave Cardboard.
I don't think they're not necessarily related.
I know, but it's not the same if you haven't got both of them in the chat.
It's not a double act. I think they probably don't know each other.
Yeah, but we should be there. Cardboard and Windmill are great double act.
Yeah.
But is it just because they're all in capitals? Is that what confuses you?
I think it's just because they're the two most awesome surnames I've ever come across.
We've got Wayne Hayward, Roadie's in, Roby Hobby Corner. Yeah, man. Graham Presswood and question mark Mark.
Question mark. Is Sergeant Bones in, Chris?
No, I haven't seen him. Timber, Rustin Custom Models, Andy McLeish, Phil East, Mark Scale Models, Michael Jackman. I don't know if I've mentioned him or not. I can't remember. It's difficult keeping track of all the people. Brian Woodmill's in.
Yeah, one of my Sergeant Bones.
Yeah, just keep chatting. It confuses Chris.
Andy, Luke, Pete.
We got like 10 more people.
Lorna and me and Vamp and Gary and Addy and Sergeant Bones is in. Andy Taylor and Phil Lewis. There we go. I'm up to date now. I'm going to go and have a rest.
You actually have to name everybody.
Yes, I do. You told me to, so I got to.
Yeah. You missed...
Phil Lewis says, good to meet Ted, Chris, and Paul and I yesterday at SMW.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
20 minutes
for those in the modelling circles who didn't know about Telford, Telford happened. Scale Model World happened at Telford yesterday. I managed. Yeah, I actually did manage to get there. Got my daughter to take me down. It was good. Tiring, but excellent day. I didn't see as much as I'd love to.
Anders Eriksson says, can we have a report from Scale Model World? I wasn't there, so I'll just sit and snooze for a bit while these two talk.
Yeah, and the report direct from Model World was big.
Yeah, big, busy, and actually, I didn't. This is the second time I went yesterday. I went the year before, and the year before it seemed manic and busy and overpowering. But yesterday didn't seem quite so busy. I don't know if it wasn't quite so busy or because I'd been to the previous year and sort of knew what to expect. It didn't seem quite so overpowering, but I don't know. It's very good. It's worth making a trip out and seeing it for a day or two.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I took my granddaughter with me yesterday, Skylar. How, as you know, if you followed my channel and things like that, you'll have seen Skylar doing her builds. And we actually visited the Airfix stand where they do. I'm not sure if they call it not quite a show and tell, but a little free sort of build and take. I think they call it a build and take, where she built.
No, you're not meant to take it. You just build it and leave it there.
Build it and leave it. Yeah, by quite by coincidence, and really sort of inspired me to get mine out. Was she built this little Matador, this 1/72 scale Matador truck? Looks all right from a distance. It's probably 1960s type moulding, and I think they're still using the same mould, and a little Bofors gun to go on the back. She built this with the help of a granddad. And
does that mean granddad kind of mostly built it?
No. Seriously, Skylar did build it.
She was definitely building it because I walked past at one point and she had a wheel stuck to her finger.
Well, I was stuck to the bench. But yeah, it's an interest for kids. One thing about it, it's free. It sort of hopefully will. Airfix is a trade stand and trying to encourage people to take up their products. Unfortunately, building in 1/72 scale with no tools was a bit beyond me. Going back to the old days of twisting parts off the sprue and things like that. So it took a few hours in the day, but it was nice.
It seems like a few of the people in chat were there at least on the Saturday as well. Brian Windmill says Saturday was busier than Sunday, so you must have been there both days. You didn't come and say hello.
Yeah, I do apologise if we didn't miss anybody. We tried to see as many people as we could. But if we missed you, we do apologise.
Yeah, the trouble with us wandering around and looking, obviously, if other people are wandering around as well, we might be passing each other. But we might have seen you and not recognised you because you haven't got your name on above your head, like. So unfortunately, the onus is on you to say hello to us because I don't like going up to people saying, "Hi, I'm Chris from eModels, emodels.co.uk."
Everybody knows what Chris and Ted look like, but nobody knows what you look like. So there you go. I find that sometimes it's like people say, "Hi, it's me," and I'm like, "I
don't know who you are."
So I don't know. We had a question from somewhere. Somebody said
I see a couple of people have emailed questions to us apparently.
Yes. Everybody's saying, "Where is Sergeant Bones?"
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's in tonight.
I've not seen him. Michael Jackman says, I see eModels has the discount code up for the Black Friday sale. Great gifts of money for my upcoming birthday are starting to roll in, so hopefully I will take advantage, which I shall very quickly now do a screen share to remind you that I know how to do a screen share, which is brilliant. Am I screen sharing? I have no idea.
Fox is reading the script.
Yep. Are we sharing?
Yeah.
Yes, don't forget, Friday, 23rd of November, Black Friday. You can get up to 19% off your purchase. How do you get 19%? There's a sale code, there's a discount code, sale 10. It adds, how do you explain it? Everything in the store is discounted by 10%. Sale 10 adds a further 10% discount to that, meaning that you save you save 19% on your entire order. And it's everything in store.
Yeah, I know the guys in the guys in the shop sort of rue these weekends going around because they are run off their feet.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think was it just before Bank Holiday, Black Friday, or was it just after we went down once? They were still packing out. Yeah, it must have been after because they were still packing out orders.
I know you guys. I know Dad and a couple of guys made the terrible mistake of going up right after a Bank Holiday. On a Tuesday after a Bank Holiday, and that was a really bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, don't forget, 23rd November is from midnight to midnight, basically 23rd November, up to 19% off your order, whatever it may be. Sale 10.
So yeah, get on with that.
That fantastic British tradition of the great American tradition of Black Friday.
Yeah.
Brian Windmill says to Fox he saw the Falcon at Telford. Nice kit, and he didn't see me and Ted. So
yes, I'm looking forward to building it for e-models. I like me a good Falcon kit.
We didn't actually see the one on the. We didn't see one on the Revell.
I saw the box.
It was just the box, wasn't it? Yeah. So, but the box is big. So what's inside?
I mean, you may have seen one that was already built because the Bandai kits have been available through unofficial channels. But now that Revell is actually distributing the Bandai Star Wars kits in Europe, it means we can actually get them officially through our own retailers, like in this case, for me models.
Yeah. We've got a couple of shout-outs in the chat.
Yay.
Mustang Customs Models says he's delighted to say that he won Junior Best in Show at Telford for his World War I mail tank.
Oh, congratulations.
Well done.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling to win something at Telford.
Yeah. And Spiddy Q8 says a shout-out request to my sweet chili chicken for smelling delicious while cooking. So, shout out to the sweet chili chicken. Yeah. I can't smell it though. But
Andy McLeish has sent a question. I'm just going to do this to shame him publicly. Andy McLeish has sent a question in for later on, and of course, there's a second email saying, "I forgot my address." It's been several months now, Andy. You know how to do this. As soon as he sends an email with the title "Spoon," you know he's forgotten to put his address in the original. Every time.
As far as for stickers and things, by the way, quick for when you send your questions in and things like that, you do get a sticker if you send a question in and we use it. Stickers came to a bit of a standstill last week because I was just getting everything prepared, and then the ambulance was dispatched to take me to hospital again. So I didn't get round to sending the stickers out as I would, and since then I've been sort of recuperating and took a day out yesterday just to go to Telford. So we'll get round and send them out ASAP.
Carl at Making Models says, "Good evening from Scott and I. We finally made it back to his house." Where's Scott from, Ted?
Orkney.
Good girl.
Yes.
Not Orcadia.
Orcadia land, yeah. He came all the way down from there, from like the North Pole almost.
Yeah, it
came down to visit Telford.
The other side of the world.
And the police says, "Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I do make you guys laugh, and sometimes sigh with despair." Being prodded.
Hello, Mum.
It's Sergeant Bonesy.
Sergeant Bones. I don't know. Have you seen him?
I don't know. I think that was the phone ringing, Mum. That might have been Sergeant Bones on the phone.
Chris Belchin says, "I was in Telford all day yesterday. Didn't see one of you. I guess you all saw me coming."
Yeah, we hid.
Now, Chris knows what Ted looks like, so.
Yeah, I saw Ted. I did see Ted.
I kept trying to avoid him, but he kept turning up.
Yeah, he was sitting down at the table. I couldn't get away.
Scale Model Vamp breaks the system and says, "Shout out question." I don't think that's how it works. Ted, are you doing okay?
I'm all right. I'm on a slow road to recovery. I found out that I was perhaps doing a little more than I should have been doing, which sort of put me back in hospital, really. So
you did kind of go back to work, didn't you?
So you've stopped again now?
Yeah, so I've stopped again now. Whether or not I might make a decision when my sick note runs out.
Is there any way you can just like get the money but not do the job? That'd work. That'd be pretty.
Well, my contract ends at Christmas anyway, so I might just not bother and go.
Don't you tell them you've been, and they won't notice that you haven't?
Yeah, nobody ever notices I'm there anyway.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I just keep putting.
Say Hi Fox's mum.
Yeah, lots of hi Mama Fox, hi Fox's mum, hi Fox's mum.
There's a question as well that I saw somewhere.
Michael Jackman got a question about Telford as well. Airfix released the Hellcat Carrier Fighter yesterday. What do we think of the upcoming Airfix 124th Hellcat Fighter? Anybody that went to Telford, did you see it? What do you think about it?
I don't remember seeing it, but I might have. But it's not really my thing. So
yeah, it was on that big red stand, Airfix all over it. Did not see it.
That was the one where I saw you.
Yeah. I was just as you was talking to me. It was just behind you.
I wasn't looking. I was looking at you. I wouldn't turn my back on you.
Well, obviously, you've drawn to me. Yeah.
Jamie Bound says quite a while ago in the chat. He says, "Does anyone know when the new Meng Husky will come into the eModels website?" We don't work for eModels, so we don't have any knowledge of when they're getting stuff in stock. Just drop them an email, which is sales@emodels.co.uk, or use the contact form on the website, or give them a call and just say, "Dude, when are you getting this kit? And can I have one, please?" And they'll probably help.
Yeah, the best way is usually the contact form on the website. They're usually bidding up ladders. You can guarantee they'll be at the top of a ladder when you're ringing on the phone.
Yeah. Osric 9000 says, I was at Telford yesterday but didn't see Ted or Chris. We really need to organise this better. We need to have a time and a place to have a meet up.
Well, you did. It was Telford yesterday.
Yeah, but somewhere slightly smaller and slightly more focused in the time department as well.
Was there a bar?
There's a sort of cafe.
There was a bar. It did sell alcohol. It did sell alcoholic drinks. I hung about there long enough, but nobody came to buy me a drink.
Yeah. So. We'll arrange it next year that, at 12 o'clock we'll be at wherever. And
there was also, did you see that stand as well that said, buy a kit, get a bottle of beer free?
I saw lots of beers around on tables, but I think they were more for the special interest groups and things.
No, there was definitely a stall there that was buy one kit, get a free beer.
How many kits did you buy there?
I can't remember.
Well, it's not gin, is it? It didn't say gin.
This is true, yeah.
Making Models, Carl at Making Models says he saw it, that plane you were talking about, whatever it was.
I understand. I think it's a retooling. It's I don't know if it's a new kit, but just a retool. It looked all right. It looked very similar to the Hawker Typhoon in the bits and pieces that they left exposed and things like that.
Carl says the paint job did it no justice. The beer kit, and he means the bear kit, with the wings folded, looked fantastic.
Yeah, all the bits there. There was, though, for you aircraft guys out there, there was the 135 Lancaster. There was two manufacturers that did it. I can't remember now, but that looked awesome as well. The only thing about 135 Lancaster is where you got to store it.
It's huge, isn't it?
It was massive.
Chris Bolton says he was amazed. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention to you guys. Are you talking about the big Lancaster?
Yeah.
I was about to embarrass myself, then, wasn't I? I'll shut up.
No, you already did. It's fine.
Yes.
The York Boys said, I didn't go to Telford, but I saw Chris and Paul going and it was dark. Yeah, I put a little video up on my channel of a little bit of, it's only a 7 or 8 minute video of bits of clips from Telford, some photos that I took as well. I did start off when it was dark.
Yeah, when Chris and Paul go somewhere, it's always a dark time.
Yeah, well, it was a dark time because I left at like 11 minutes past 6 in the morning. And I didn't know that there was an 11 minutes past 6 in the morning. I thought there was one at night, but there's another one in the morning, like before I get up. It's amazing. But it was dark and horrible, so...
Zanster says he saw a nice C-47 Dakota kit in some photos, but not sure who made it.
Yeah, it's amazing that you can go to Telford and you can have a walk around, and then you can come home and you have a look on Facebook and you see pictures of other things that you think, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Where was that?
There's a whole wall of stands that I didn't see. Yeah.
Vincent, Mr. Loth says, Ted, the HK I'll start that again. The HK Lancaster can have wings take off for transport and will come with that same wall mount their B-17 comes with. And I've looked at mine. It's a sturdy attachment.
Yeah, that's the only option that you could have, either hanging it from a cord from the ceiling where then again, you don't see the DCL at the top, or you can wall mount it as a sort of.
Who makes that big Lancaster?
HK, Hong Kong.
Oh yeah. Pete Rogers says 135th Lancaster. Wow, didn't Tamiya do a 135th Lancaster? I'm sure it did. Or was it 148?
I'm not sure, but there was two out. There was Wingnut Wings. I'm sure it was Wingnut Wings, and there was a HK one. One of them has see-through fuselage, and obviously the other one doesn't. Depends what you go to.
I'm sure Tamiya did a small scale one. It might be 148 though, not 135th.
Yeah, Jamie Bones says 148.
Yeah. Sprugler Addict says, does anyone make a 124th Lancaster? Do you have like an extra spare garage or 6?
Yeah.
Sprugler, you need to mail me. You're asking me about my big D'Agostini Falcon. You need to mail me.
Yeah.
That's your question.
However, I did have a look at them, and they did seem nice kits, but it's not really my genre, is sort of aircraft and things like that. The Lancaster, yes, it is a nice aircraft in general, the real thing, an awesome aircraft. Whether I build a model of it, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
especially that big.
Zadster says that I believe the Wingnut Wings one will have just the cockpit available as a kit.
No,
that'll be useful for Fox.
Yeah.
I thank you. I see what you did there. You get points for that. You get points for that.
Yeah, but by special request, we've got this out just for Fox.
The best thing you can do before you go to Telford, says Roadie Hobby Corners, is to first look at what stand you want to see and then go around.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much to see. I didn't get a chance to go upstairs actually to see the competition.
I didn't do that last year, but this year we did have a nose round up there, and it's interesting. It's good.
Can you remember what the overall winner was?
No, I didn't notice that. There were lots of spaces when we went up there. There was like whole sections that were completely empty.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people have gone and taken their stuff after it's been judged, or
does anybody know? Or does anybody know or have a picture of what the overall winner was? If they were, you can email it to Ted at emodels.co.uk.
It seems that Carl at Making Models is steeped in a battle with his autocorrect. He says the other Lancaster was Wing It Wings, and then he says, "Not this blooming auto carrot."
Poor Carl.
It's always fun.
You're having a good time there. If you got that,
Carl's probably still recovering as well from Telford.
Yeah. Lord Barkley asked how long it took me to get there. It took me about 2 hours to get there and about nearly 3 to get back home again. But
a bit closer than me. Takes me about 3 and a bit hours.
Sprigler says he can't afford the D'Agostini Millennium Falcon. He says, Christmas is 6 weeks away and my wife would kill me and you. Yes.
Christmas. Christmas. The Christmas list. Yeah. What did you buy anything at Telford, Chris?
I did. I bought some stuff. I bought, as Sergeant Bones actually mentioned something. He said that I like big busts. And I can't lie.
Big busts, and I cannot lie.
I picked up some small busts.
Yeah. You want to tell your wife that? You want to try telling the wife that you went round Telford looking at big busts.
And I got that one, which is old Arnie from Terminator 2, which is I've never done anything like that before. So I've just primed him tonight because I was doing my other bit of the U-wing build that isn't actually a U-wing. I'm doing the TIE Striker, so I was priming that. So I thought, while I got the black primer out, I'll go over them. So I've done that, and then I've got to learn how to paint busts. I tried Googling it, but we won't worry.
Wrong. Yeah. Don't try Googling big busts on YouTube. On Google.
You Google bust painting, you get some very strange. Yeah.
I think
Model Vamp asked if they're 3D prints. No, the little ones are definitely resin. The big one, I'm not sure. It might be resin. It might be. It's got a metallic sort of feel to it, but I don't know. Yeah.
There's some good resin kits out there. Some great sort of guys on display at Telford. As for me, I bought this. I think you've heard me talking about this before because I had planned it to be an E-Models build, the British Camel Pioneer. I saw it. I thought I really needed to pick it up because I wanted to build it not as an E-Models build because it would then have to go back to E-Models. I didn't want to send it back, so I want to build it. It'll go along with the Matador as well, I thought. When I bought it, it's just a bit of a memory build for a friend that used to have a passion for Scammell trucks, the real thing. So I was going to build that as a memorial to him. But really, I was a bit stuck for things to buy. I couldn't really get inspired by anything to buy. But as always, go to Telford, go with big ideas. Don't buy anything. Then while you're driving down the motor, you think,
I could have done with. Yeah.
Could have done with one of them. We should have bought that.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of kits. I'm not as big a stash as a lot of people have got, but I've got more than enough to keep me going. And obviously doing e-model builds as well. I didn't need any plastic kits, so I picked up a few of those. I picked up some paintbrushes and just general bits and pieces. But I see TK's in, so evening TK.
Evening, dude.
Brian Windmill says he won an Apex airbrush from UMP.
Cool. Oh, well done.
Congratulations.
Oh, right. Yeah, yes.
Scale Model Muse has had to leave us, by the way, so thanks for coming in, Scale Model Muse.
Evening. Jamie Bones says, Chris, look on YouTube for scale war machines as they paint busts on there. I'll have a look. I'll probably forget. So, yeah.
Pete Rogers, I think, is also fighting the autocorrect because he says a 135th Mosque would be brilliant, would be nice. So a 135th
might
Mosque.
Be. Yeah, why not?
I think it means a mosquito. Everybody's struggling with the autocorrect tonight, I think.
Someone said something that I thought. Michael Jackman said the problem with aircraft kits is that they're very hard to find somewhere for them. That's why I haven't built his 124th Mozzie yet. And now, when you say hard to find somewhere for them, you mean after you built them, how do you display them or whatever? Isn't the tradition with aircraft to hang them from your ceiling on wire?
Not when it's a very expensive, very large kit.
Is that not a thing anymore? Or
well, if you've got hundreds of hours into it now.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, a 1/16 scale tank is that big, you can fit it in your display cabinet. A 1/48 scale Lancaster's like that wide.
Yeah, but you can use lots of wires. You don't have to just use one. You could put lots of fishing wire around it and stuff. Or...
Yeah, it's super. The problem with aircraft, like helicopters, you can't, however you angle them, they don't fit.
Yeah.
You can put them straight on a shelf and the wing juts out, or you can...
And if you've done the classic model makers thing of get yourself a Telford cabinet like everybody else has got, you're never going to fit anything in that.
No.
1/72 scale aircraft. It's not going to happen. TK Model says his typing will be a bit slow as he hammered his finger instead of the brick that needed to go into the garden.
Yeah, he'll only do that once.
Well, you could do it 9 other times, but... Yeah. Scale Model Vamp says, hang on a wall.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. That is a way that's become quite popular.
And Colin at Festa 67's workshop says he's hang from the ceiling, from fishing line from his ceiling. So he's still a done thing. So I'm not an idiot.
I know what you could do. I've seen somebody doing Millennium Falcon where they've got a picture frame and they did a little diorama of like a bit of a Star Destroyer. They put it on there and hung it on the wall like that. So you could have a picture frame with the picture being the landing strip, whatever, and have the plane on it and just hang it vertically so you're seeing the plane from above. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so when you hang them from the ceiling, do you hang them the right way up or the wrong way up? Because if the right way up, all you see is the undercarriage under it. But if you hang them upside down, you can see all the nice stuff on the front.
Yeah, that's the downside. When you see them up there, all you get is you can see the underside nicely, and on the top side is just that much dust. And if anybody ever knocks it and all the dust goes...
Another clever option, what you could do is you could get yourself a coffee table made that the glass top lifts out. You could put your model in the bottom of it, put the glass top back on, enjoy it while you're having your coffee, and then when you built the next one, you could swap them.
Lord Barkley just said inside a big glass table.
Well, that's one. Yeah.
I was going to do that with my D'Agostini Millennium Falcon, was get a big glass case made that's big enough to just be a coffee table with the Falcon inside it. That never happened. That never happened.
James Cott says the bigger the model, harder to hide from the wife. Yeah. That's why 1/72 comes in handy. I think you can stick them in your pocket, stick them in. I think that's what they're made for. So you can.
Colin says he puts them at a very sexy, jaunty angle. So you don't have them flat. You have them.
You have them going.
Going around corners and stuff.
Do a barrel roll.
Actually, if you got them sideways, then there's less chance of dust as well.
Yeah, true.
Plus, if you're hanging from the ceiling on wire, you've got to do the old hot pin trick and make bullet holes along the wings.
Yeah.
Someone's saying about display cases and cabinets, and Jamie Bone says, "What, a fully built Millennium Falcon? It can't be Fox's." And Zadster says it's a really small glass table with just a cockpit in it.
Shut up. Honestly, even people that don't know what we're talking about know what everybody's talking about.
You do one model kit of a little bit of a model kit, and you can't make it down ever.
Follows me around forever. I can't ever make it now because if I make it, it'll kill the joke.
Yeah.
So I can't ever finish that. Even if I had the workspace to finish it, I can't finish it.
Yeah, well, you could call each episode like 6.1, 6.2.
Yeah, I can't finish it. I can't ever finish it. It's £900 well spent. I can't finish it.
Send it to me, I'll finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Right, yeah. Yeah. On the subject of Telford, we move on. Let's have your comments. Let's have your jokes. Let's have your observations. Send them to Ted at emodels, emodels.co.uk.
I sent a question to Ted at emodels.co.uk earlier.
Yes,
yeah, but you can't win a sticker.
It wasn't a question for questions and answers. It was just a question.
Oh, right. So you don't want a sticker then?
I don't want a sticker. No, it's not a sticker question. It's just a discussion point question.
Something to get the chat going.
Yeah, because I thought about it earlier, and I thought I'm going to forget about that if I don't do it. So I just emailed it to Ted at emodels.co.uk, and I thought Ted will read that out later. And then he didn't.
Then I forgot about it.
I think you should put it to the chat then, Ted.
Anyway, we have a question that's come in. It's coming from a guy called Chris Williams.
6 3/4. It's a very important question. It's very, very important question. So everybody in chat.
He said he's emailed this because he'll probably forget. And he's apparently his brother has just moaned at him because he put crisps in his sandwich. Who's right? Crisps in your sandwich? Or no crisps in your sandwich? Was that just crisps on its own, or was it crisps?
No, I had a cheese and pickle sandwich.
A cheese pickle with crisps?
And I put some crisps in with it, because I bought some crisps and thought, I'd put them in a sandwich. And he was all, you can't put crisps in a sandwich, and our mum does it, apparently. And it was like, you can't do that. And he actually went onto the internet, and I don't know what he Googled, but crisps in sandwich, and there's a whole mess of people saying you should use this type of bread and this type of crisps are better, and he was all disappointed because he thought that was a thing that nobody's ever going to do. But there's this whole community based around putting crisps in sandwiches.
Yeah, and it's acceptable that I say absolutely, if there's no better sandwich than just cheese and onion crisp sandwich. Bread, butter, cheese, onion crisps, butter, bread.
Squashed.
Yeah.
Well, as a discussion point, it seems to have worked because chat's just exploded. I can't follow it anymore.
So basically, if you say if you say no crisps, then you're not a normal person. That's my opinion. What's your opinion, Ted?
I probably think it's a northern thing as well. Is it?
I'm not northern.
You're not northern. That's why they think it's strange down there.
That might be it. Maybe I'm northern at heart.
Well, don't forget, we're northern, so we're the third world, so we'll eat like lard and.
Mind you, was this today? Did this happen today?
It happened today. Yeah, lunchtime.
Well, that's because you went north of what?
Oh, you think I've got a bit of north has stuck to me?
Yeah, you went north
on my way back down.
Gone have a shower. So yes, Ted, what do you think then? What's your opinion on the crisps or no crisps?
Yeah, I quite like a crisp sandwich. Yeah, I'm not particularly too keen. Really salted would be all right. It adds that crunch to the bread.
Yep.
So
the crisps were actually prawn cocktail.
That's a prawn cocktail.
That's the crisps that I had.
You can tell the Southerners coming out in you there with prawn cocktail crisps.
They were Tesco's finest.
Even more Southern.
My other crisps are a Porsche. Let's see what people are saying then. Because the chat kind of exploded.
Yeah, a lot of it seems to be yes. Crispy and sandwich is fine. Crispy and sandwich. Yes, crisps all the way. Crispy in your sandwich with crisps and tomato sauce sandwich from Jamie Bow.
No.
Sounds fine to me. Crispy and sandwich. Wow, Brian, nice. I'm not sure where that comes in, Wayne Hayward.
Brian, nice.
Osric 9000 says no.
No, right.
Oh, it's because Brian Wimmel said crips in the sandwich, not crisps.
I'm not sure.
Everybody's struggling with autocorrect tonight. Brian Wimmel's advocating that we put American gang members into a sandwich.
Yeah.
Good or worse, but I'm not going to say that.
Crispy in love crisps. Crisps. Yeah, salt and vinegar crisps. Always crisps.
Does anybody
It
say
seems.
no that we-
Yeah, it's just Osric 9000 said no, but
that
I'm
we
not.
did
I
not
assume that was in
9,000
relation to crisps.
mercilessly?
Well, just put him on timeout. Just put him on
So-
timeout.
On a rough count, we've got 1 no and 87,000 yes.
Lorna Hodgkinson says Warburton's white bread and cheese and onion crisps.
Warburton's white bread, that's what we have.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's to
He
be
gets
Warburton.
extra points for cheese and onion as well. Good girl.
Yes.
Lord Barkley III says tin of tomato soup, cheese and onion crisps, and grated cheese chunks and bread in. What, you put crisps in soup?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, God.
Soup? I don't get that.
Scale Model Vamp says it's like pineapple on pizza. It's yes, please, and thank you for your argument is invalid. No, you're right about the crisp, but you're wrong about the pineapple.
No, you're absolutely right about pineapple on pizza because it's really nice.
Yeah, but if you don't put pineapple on, you've got room for more meat.
But if you do put pineapple on, you can just put meat on top of it.
Yeah, but then you've got no more room to put meat on top of that.
You
You've got
can, 'cause you
pineapple in
just
the
put
way.
it over the pineapple. And then you cover it in anchovies.
Who still puts pineapple on gammon?
Me? Because it's nice. Pineapple's nice, man.
That's so 80s.
No, 80s is a can of, is a tin of pear halves in syrup and a tin of carnation. That's 80s.
Pete Rogers says it's south of the river, and it's a yes.
Scale Model Vamp says thank you, Foxy, but I don't remember what for. Oh, pineapple. It's just so confusing. People say something in chat, and I don't remember. The Oak Boy says I've got to do this now. I don't know if my Zoom will work. The Oak Boy says Gordon. It's not zooming in enough. I can't do it. Gordon's alive.
Gordon alive.
I try and zoom in, get it close, and just go. Gordon's alive.
LD says that's how my mum got me to eat sarnies. Would not touch them, so she put some crisps in, and it worked.
Yeah. Mm. On a side note, just talking of Brian Blessed. If nobody listens to it, if you don't know what it is, go find The Infinite Monkey Cage. It's a very good podcast. It's got Professor Brian Cox, and I can't remember the guy's name. It's really good, but they occasionally have Brian Blessed on as a guest, and he's such a delight. Brian Blessed is such a delight.
I'm assuming it's an 18 certificate podcast.
No, it's all about science and.
Yeah, but Brian Blessed can't be in anything for more than a minute and a half without swearing.
Oh, he's actually quite good, but he gets really passionate about all kinds of things. And he's just a delight to listen to because he's like a child. Like, oh yes.
I've read his autobiography. Well, I've heard the audio book of his autobiography, which he reads himself.
Oh yes,
and it's very good. Yeah.
Also, if you play Elite Dangerous on PC, there's a voice pack for the voice system with Brian Blessed.
Really? Friendship Drive. No.
Oh, Friendship Drive. Charging.
I like Adam Barber. He says nasty. You can't put pineapple on pizza, but crisps in sandwiches are good.
Apparently pineapple and fried egg on gammon is the future. How's it making a comeback then? What?
Glenn G intrigues me. He says, "Have either of you tried? Or either of you? That's just what, two of us. Ignoring Chris again. Have either of you tried a warm piece of Yorkshire? He's not talking to Chris because Chris doesn't do Yorkshire pudding. Warm piece of Yorkshire pudding with strawberry jam. It's lovely. Oh yeah, I could be up for that.
Yorkshire pudding jam.
Yeah, because Yorkshire pudding's kind of like it could be a sweet or a savoury, couldn't it? It's no more savoury than bread or cake. Well, I might try
Dexter says I had to go and get crisps. Munch.
So I could do that. Warm Yorkshire pud with strawberry jam. It's only like having peanut butter and jam, isn't it? It's like savoury and sweet. So I might try that and report back.
Yeah. Next week on E-Models, we'll be reporting on food.
Yeah. LD says cauliflower cheese with ready salted crisps on, bake for 20 minutes, a wedge of bread, and it's go time. That's student food. That's one step forward on tuna crisps. Cook in the oven for half an hour.
Somebody, I think it was, I can't remember who it was before that mentioned lard on bread. Not quite lard, but one of the pubs I used to visit around here used to do each night for anybody that was in the pub, used to do dripping. Used to come out with a stack full of toast and have some dripping. There was a pot of dripping on the open fire, and you could just go and dip in and help yourself. Gorgeous.
I've not had dripping since being a kid. That's proper 1970s. A dripping butty.
Yeah, it's probably not allowed anymore, is it?
A bit of salt.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, for some reason it was a lettuce sandwich, just bread, butter, lettuce, loads of salt, bread and butter. Dead nice as a kid. Then again, it was the 70s. We probably had an income of like £3.
Red Leno 8 says Yorkshire pudding and golden syrup.
Oh, God.
No, let's get no.
I could be up for that. I could definitely be up for that because only like I suppose Yorkshire pudding's only like an American pancake, sort of, in no way at all. Lord Barclay III says once you've been in the army and eaten in the field, you find out everything goes together because army curries are all tins chucked in.
Yeah, that used to be. Wasn't that a thing on the last day of the exercise that whatever food you had left went all in the same pot?
Yeah.
Oh.
I watched. Did anybody watch and They Shall Not Grow Old last night?
I saw that today actually.
There was a bit where they were talking about they used to have inevitable stew.
Yeah.
Basically just all the stuff that was left over put into the big pan and cooked and put into the mess tin. It was inevitable stew.
Yeah, the guys in the cookhouse were never any good cooks. Just somebody that knew how to put a stew together. Anybody could make a stew. Yeah, it was quite a moving program. That
yes. If you're in the UK and you go to BBC iPlayer and you don't know what this is, by the way, if you don't know what it is, when you finish watching this show, obviously, go to iPlayer on your chosen device and go to the history section and look up "And They Shall Not Grow Old." It's an hour and a half long. It is basically a World War I documentary, and it's all footage, World War I footage, like we've all used to see in black and white and dead fast. But Weta Workshop basically took all the film they could find. They took a load of interviews that the BBC did over the last 25, 30 years, well, in the 60s, I think it was. And they've basically, for most of it, they've processed the film so it's at normal speed, so it's not all sped up. They've tweaked it so it looks like modern film, and they've also colorized it, and they got some people to do lip reading, forensic lip readers, to find out what people in the film were saying, and then get actors to voice those people. So you've got the voiceover of the veterans talking in the 60s when they were interviewed at the BBC, and in the background you've got color film, enhanced color film in high def of the people in the trenches talking, but you can hear them talking, and like one of them's there saying, "Oh, look, we're going to be in the pictures," and just talking amongst each other. It's amazing.
Yeah,
sound effects like explosions and stuff. So just hearing like an artillery piece firing or an explosion across the field going off, it makes it incredibly immersive. Like you've never seen.
One thing I realised when watching it last night, watched it this morning actually, was because they've colorized it. You can actually see the look in the people's eyes.
Yep. And
it ranged from just sheer boredom to absolute terror.
And the thing is as well, it's not just all doom and gloom. There's some funny bits in there. There's some very that really humanize them. There's a bit where it's talking about like how the latrines worked, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But there's one bit, and I'll spoil this one bit. I won't spoil it for anybody, but Ted, you'll have seen it. The bit where they're talking about rifle grenades.
No.
See that guy, he fires the rifle grenade. And I spat my coffee out at that.
So you didn't know what happened, did you?
Because it was so funny, but of course it's real. It's real. And I was like, and there's a couple of other bits in there that you'll be giggling at. But it's incredible. If you've not seen it and you've got access to iPlayer, go and watch it. Watch it.
Very moving, very touching, and
yes.
it puts you at the seat. Yeah.
That entire conversation had no interest with the chat who was still talking about food.
Yeah, I noticed. Pete Rogers did say next week's show will have to be sponsored by Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
We'll be all on beef. Yeah, everybody this week, try some beef dripping in toast.
Yeah. Paul Di Tommaso says, Fox, have you tried real maple syrup from Canada? If not, I'd like to send you some. I've never had real Canadian maple syrup. I will happily take. I love maple syrup, but I've never had proper Canadian. So yes, feel free. I will be more than happy for that to happen. I have had maple syrup before, but it's been rubbish, not Canadian stuff.
Yeah, I've had proper Canadian maple syrup in proper Canada, and yeah, it's quite nice.
You've been to Canada? I know you've
been to Canada
because you sent me my Canada flag.
I did, and real live Canada flag from Canada.
Oh, interesting fact as well. I learned a thing this week. Fact. Do you know why that is called a salute? I know why this is called a salute. Why, when we military people salute, I know why it's called a salute.
Because they needed to call it something.
Yeah, I will actually tell you what. I will give a sticker away. Here's a question for people in chat. Random question. Why is a salute called a salute? Win a sticker if you get it right. I'll give it 2 or 3 minutes.
I understand that there's a reason behind the salute or what it signifies.
Very specific thing that led to it being called a salute.
Zadster says Lidl sell Canadian syrup.
Yeah, but it's not real Canadian syrup.
It's sort of sport. It's no.
No.
Try it says Fox. If you do try the Yorkshire pud with jam, only try it with homemade Yorkshire pud. I shall do that. Why is fried egg sandwich called an egg banjo? Says Graham Presswood. I don't know. I just got an itch on my head and it made my entire body go like that.
Andy McLeish says I have a Timmy Hortons near me. I need to send Fox some Timmys. I'm not sure why Fox is getting all the food. This is.
Yeah, I'm starting up.
Me and Ted are feeling a bit left out.
He's been on hospital food for the past week.
Yeah, exactly. Ted needs building up.
I think it's more that they know my bizarre and obtuse look. I don't know why I love Canada so much.
Yeah, cake, anything like that. Baking. If anybody's baking,
Canadian coffee.
Oh, it's Canadian coffee. Oh, well.
Just send me a visa application to live in Canada, Phil.
Sergeant Bones says salutations, but is it a salute because of the salutations or a salutations because of it's called a salute?
Scale Model Vamp almost gets it right, so I'll give it Scale Model Vamp and give him a sticker. He says originated in medieval Europe when knights used their hands to raise their visors, revealing their identity to demonstrate they were friendly. Pretty much, it used to be the helmet with the visor on the front was called a salute helmet. And to raise that was raising the visor on your salute helmet. So a salute became a salute.
I was thinking it might be some sort of shielding your eyes from the sun so you can see if you got a kill them or not.
It was also, or was that the handshake? It was also to show that you were unarmed.
Yeah, the handshake was to show you'd not got anything in your knife in your
hand.
I
didn't know it because remember the helmets where it was like a full head helmet, but they had the visor on the foot. It was called a salute helmet. So well done, Scale Model Vamp. Just send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk and say you want a little sticker, and we'll send you a little sticker. Name and address, obviously, in the email.
Paul says, how about some poutine, chips and crisps?
If somebody can send me figure out how to send me poutine, I will eat poutine till the cows come home. I need to try poutine.
I don't know if it would travel well.
Didn't somebody say last week that poutine was just cheesy chips?
Pretty much. But special Canadian cheesy chips because includes mousse or something. I don't know.
Well then, on that note, when you go to the chip shop, do you add cheese to your gravy and chip? Do you gravy and chips with cheese?
And the chippies around here don't do cheesy chips, unfortunately.
No.
I think that's more of a southern thing, which I actually support.
No, or not. You're not far enough north.
Yeah, it's not far enough north. It's a proper north, like Derby upwards.
We've got some.
Go on, Chris.
Batown Topers. Got here by accident while just practicing English. Your accent is awesome, so I couldn't understand any word in your talk. Anyway, greetings from Turkey.
Oh, hello, Turkey.
Welcome.
Hello, Turkey. Hello. It's a bit like Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
Turkey, can we have your vote?
Who couldn't you understand? That's the real question, though, because up north they talk different to us down here.
Yeah, native English speakers often don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so you're not alone.
Yeah. Dickon Evans said you can't get steak pudding in the south. Oh, steak pudding.
Oh, steak and kidney pudding, yeah.
Steak kidney pudding. With a proper pastry, none of this crusty stuff.
You get steak pie. Is that the same?
No.
Not the same. You know.
If you don't know the difference between pie and a pudding, shut up.
Well, pudding's what you have after your food, isn't it?
In fact, that's a pretty good idea. The wife always says, "What do you want for your tea?" I don't know. What we got? Well, what do you want? I don't know. What have we got? Well, I don't know. I'm asking you, what do you want for tea? Steak and chips. Then we haven't got any steak.
Is that phrase? When you say what, I don't know. I'm asking you. There's always I'm asking you, which means don't ask me the question that I'm asking you a question. Speedy Curate has earned a ban. He says, if you have it on a cracker, poutine, is that poutine on the Ritz?
Oh.
Naughty step. I'm going to mute him now. Not really. Ted, say Edward.
Model Vamp's got a question for Ted, yeah.
Who, what? Where, who, what?
Scale Model Vamp's asked you a question, Ted.
Just me and Jimmy, who got the question?
It's right near at the bottom.
No,
It's in bold, you can see it.
You mean Edward?
Oh, I got it right.
I've been practicing. I was at Telford. I said, "Where's the Edward stand?"
Simon D's talking about puddings because he says, and I'll do it in the accent, Babby's head.
Bobby's head.
Babby's head. If you know your puddings, you know. Yes, if you don't know the difference between a pie and a pudding, Chris, you just have to shut up and not talk about food ever again.
But
Go and find out and learn before.
It's not one of these pies that they put in a bowl that doesn't actually have pastry around the bottom of it, because that's not a pie.
No.
You need to go on. When we finish the show, you need to go and sit in a chair for a week and think about what you've done, and then come back next week and explain the difference.
It is a pie, isn't it?
No,
it's a pudding.
Why?
Steak put.
Go back to Northern School.
Is it just a small pie?
No, none of this going into Greg's and saying, "Can I have a steak and kidney pie?" You get a steak and kidney pie. You get a pudding.
It's like saying is a casserole like a thick soup. No,
it is though, isn't it?
No, it's like noodles. No, it's not.
I don't know. These Southerners, what do you do with them?
Glenn G says, Fox, I saw your video on which spray gun to buy. I think I've been converted to spraying my 136 HMS Beagle as opposed to brush painting. Cool. Do lots of practice on an old crappy kit that you don't care about. If you're just learning to airbrush, I always say it's very, very easy. Airbrushing is really easy, but it has a learning curve like that's quite steep, but it's very, very short. There's only a few things you need to learn. It's more about getting confident that you know what you're doing, not that you have a lot of things to learn. It's not like learning heart surgery. So before you go in anger on the Beagle that you want to take time building, just get a crappy kit from years ago that you made, or get yourself a little £5 Airfix throwaway kit that's probably really terrible, and just have some fun with that and use it as a test pig, just to get used to the airbrush so you can get comfortable. And then when you think, I know what I'm doing, then get on with your Beagle. Great fun. You'll have great fun. I'm still thinking about puddings now.
Spruglo Addict says eggy bread.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, eggy bread. Yeah, good in the morning, good for breakfast.
You know what my dad used to make? What my dad used to make when I was a kid. And it was the best thing ever. It was so simple, but it was the best thing ever. Get 2 hard-boiled eggs, put them in a cup, get a knife in there, chop up into mush, a bit of salt and a bit of pepper, a little bit of mayonnaise. It was called chopped up egg in a cup. And that with a bit of Tasty Soldiers was the best thing ever.
Yeah, but it was always good on sandwiches. That same as when you went to school. When you went on the school trip, you had egg and cheese and tomato sandwiches squashed, so that all the moisture out of the tomatoes went into the bread. Brilliant.
But it was like that, because you'd have it'd be like thin where the cheese, and then you have tomato, and then it'd go thin again where the tomato ended.
Yeah.
Graham Presswood says Chris has never had a rag pudding. You're right. I might have. I wouldn't know if I did, to be honest, because I know what it is.
Norman Long says Stargazy pie is great, especially when the fish heads are looking at you.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've never experienced one. Yeah.
I was at a funeral once, and I was at the reception, and I was eating this. I thought they were like just deep fried peppers or something. They tasted really nice. I was eating them, and so I said, "What are they?" So I said, "Oh, it's whitebait." I went, "Oh, yeah, it's fish." I'm like, "Okay, tastes really nice." And then I looked at one, and I realised there was no batter on. The batter had come off, and it's like, "Oh wait, there's a head there." It's looking at. I can't eat any more of those. It was like the whole fish. They just deep fried it. I was like, because I didn't see the head. That was a bit weird. Ham and peas pudding, the best butty ever.
Oh, pudding in a butty. What?
Hey?
Ham and peas pudding, best butty ever.
Yeah, best butty ever.
But butty is like a roll thing, isn't it?
Butty's a sandwich, dear boy.
Yeah, but you can't put a pudding in a sandwich, can you?
You can. I put lasagna in a sandwich.
Yeah, mind you, this is coming from the guy that eats hot pot noodles.
Yeah, this is true. He does have a whole series about pot noodles, doesn't he? Yeah.
Anders Eriksson says how to find Fox videos. Just look up Model Making Guru on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't really promote our own stuff on the show, but we've asked. So
Glenn G says something else a bit close to my heart as well. He's tried lots of food, but one I cannot abide is, thanks to his granddad, that is tripe. Oh, yes, another northern delicacy. Mind you, I think this could be a southern delicacy as well. They don't have.
Was that an East End thing, tripe as well?
I think tripe. Yeah, I just generally don't like seafood.
What? What?
Tripe and it's all the same sort of thing in it. It's like offal and everything. It's all I don't do any of that.
Wait, I'm not sure how a cow's stomach lining can be seafood.
Because it's all it's
like a manatee.
It's like mushrooms. They got the same texture.
So mushrooms are seafood.
Mushrooms are basically seafood. Yeah.
Right.
Idiots of the sea.
Do you like tripe, Chris? No, I don't like seafood.
No, I don't like seafood. Or mushrooms.
Yeah, today we're having shrimp, which are like the mushrooms of the sea. Oh dear. When I was in the army, says Norman Long, I might regret asking this. We used to call our cooks fitters and turners. Do you know why? Remember, this is a family-friendly show.
Yeah, is it family-friendly? If not, email it to Teddy.
Yes. Email to helgam35@geocities.com. Used to feed my dog tripe. Not good in the summer, says Lord Barkley III. I think I've had tripe once when I was a kid, but I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a couple of types of it. There's tripe and chicken. I can't remember which was which.
Michael Jacobin says, "Yay! Knock at the door." So I assume there's pizza happening.
Yeah.
Lorna says she used to eat pig's trotters and cod raw, food from her childhood, together with the tripe.
Have we travelled back into the 1930s or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good thing.
Yeah, are we out beating carpets on the washing line and things like that?
Whitewashing the step and stuff. Whitewashing the doorstep.
Yeah, pig's trotters are all right.
You've got right northern tonight, haven't we? I'm coming over all Alan Bennett. We used to do ox heart as well. We used to come home from school and find out Dad was soaking an ox heart in the sink. The one thing I could never stomach was tongue. Anybody that had tongue, like tongue?
Oh, no.
Oh, it was no.
No.
I don't want a sandwich where I've got to go like that. I see. Yes, Norman Long does answer it, but I'll let you guys read the chat yourselves.
Spruglu adds soda stream to wash it down. We had a soda stream.
Yeah, I never had a soda stream. I always wanted one.
Soda stream. The higher technology till you run out of gas.
Speedy Curate says his ex hated cooked food that wasn't firm, mushrooms, etc. She calls them flobbery food. Makes me giggle every time I fry mushrooms.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So Kristen like flobbery food.
No, I don't like flobbery food.
Yeah.
I like any food.
No.
I'll eat anything. As long as it's not got hair or a face, I'll eat it.
Angus says, can we move on to cake, please? We all agree that cake is nice.
Cake is good, but only when it's a pie.
Or a Jaffa cake.
Wayne Haywood says, lamb's brains and egg mashed on toast I had as a kid. What country were you living in? Which country was that?
Was this just a thing by adults to inflict upon the children? So that they were away eating steak and chips, and they were having lamb's brain and egg mashed on toast.
Wayne Haywood clearly grew up in like 1918 Derby or somewhere.
Digger Evans said parking's nice. He's taking us on to the second course now, isn't he? We've had the main course.
Yeah, now we're getting into like white sauce territory as in dessert sauce, not the savoury sauce. So Wayne, Michael Jacobin says, "Do what's in store while I'm eating." Should we do what's in store?
We could do. Jamie Bone also says what's in store, so I think it's that time.
I should let your main course digest. We'll now move on to what's in store, which is this week presented by Fox.
Hello. Right, do you want to lock it on me too?
Right, I'll lock it on you.
Now, as always, don't forget, we're going to have a theme, and it's very, very easy.
It might be
not in any way stupid. I know I watched that.
Not at all. Well, while we're on that theme, Pete Rogers said we'll probably find rice pudding in the store, and Zadster says what's in store better have a food theme.
No, I wish it had now. Yeah, it's like we've got just 6 tabs, and each one is the human tooth. The theme is the human tooth. No, so yeah, we're doing a theme. So before I go ahead and do that, remember to refresh your browser and drag the slidey thing along. And then if you think you know what the theme is, trust me, you'll all know what the theme is. It's not hard. Even Chris got this. Even I got it, and I chose it.
Yeah, I mean,
If you think you know what the theme is, don't. Michael Jacobs like, no, I didn't mean it. Don't put the answer in the chat. Wait till I say. Wait till we've done it all, and I come out and say, right, what was the theme? Go. Then put your answer in, because if we get any answers before I say go, we'll ignore them. Glenn G says your transit bill was very good, Fox. Thank you very much. Right, let me do a screen share. So screen sharing. I've got to find the. Please don't tell me I've closed it down. No.
Andy McLeish says, after all that food chat, I'm hungry.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And Sprueglu's off to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, Sprueglu. I don't know. Right, let's have a look. So this week I have been most sensible and not been an idiot. I know I've not been well. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Tamiya 135th World War I British Infantry with small arms and equipment. I think their arms look kind of normal length.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have said they were particularly small.
I mean, Chris has got small arms. He's only little. Chris is only the size of a rice, but
yeah.
So he's got small arms.
I'm bigger than Dave Barker, though.
But the weird thing is that painting, because the artwork on Tamiya boxes is always fantastic, and the figures they paint. But just seeing those four guys kind of together as if they're all in the same place at the same time, the officer's pointing and looking into the great middle distance, and he's just going. He's kind of looking forward and pointing right, which doesn't make any sense. He's saying, "Go over there," but I'm looking over there.
And why is that guy going to bayonet the kneeling guy in the back?
He's the one with it's a grenade. That's a rifle grenade, isn't it? But it's like he's leaning there, going, "I am being stoic." It's just the guy pointing is just he's looking one way and pointing the other way. It just looks really strange. And the guy at the back just kind of stood there like he's doing some sort of disco move with his arms. It's very strange. Anyway, nice little kit there. Tamiya do excellent figures. If you've never made Tamiya figures before, they are some of the best 135th figures. Even their really, really old kits, like 30, 40 years old kits, the toolings are still fantastic. They always have the most character-filled faces. My experience and memory of building Tamiya 135th kits, every figure you get has the most delightful face. There's the Kubelwagen kit has a guy sat in the driver's seat. The head is slightly smiling because he's got his arm out and he's got the door open. He's slightly smiling and he kind of looks like George Bush. It's really weird. So the faces are that good. So the Tamiya 135th British Infantry, really, really nice. 11 quid, 12 quid, absolute steal. You'll have some fun with that.
I know there's lots of extras in there as well. Lots of ammunition and trenching tools and things like that. So.
Yeah, you've got your Lee Enfield with the bayonet. Without the bayonet, you've got the grenade, rifle grenade. You've got, is that a recoilless rifle or is it a machine gun? I can't tell.
It looks like a Lewis gun, doesn't it?
It could be a Lewis gun, couldn't it? And lots of trenching tools and spare helmets.
Michael Jackerman says the officer is always pointing in Tamiya kits.
Yes, but it's just the way he's looking one way and pointing the other, just looks like a complete spoon. It's like he's just like, I don't know, doing the bit of telling you where to go if the pressure drops in the airplane, which exit is over to the left and to the right. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, 135th World War I British Infantry. Next we have
Phil East says, if the next one is T-Rex, it's small arms.
Damn, I should have thought of that. Next one is the ICMM 135th World War I German Assault Infantry. Again, 135th figure kits. This time, the opposing forces. The description doesn't say anything new, but this is 1917 to 18. And I have to say, I'm not used to seeing German soldiers with puttees on. I didn't realise they did that. I don't think the German. I don't remember.
Well, I always found that the Germans in the First World War seem to have over large helmets.
Yes, they had the big helmets. The helmets seem to get smaller in World War II.
One size fits some.
Yes, and they also appear to have a backpack that's made entirely of multiple bedrolls.
That was on that programme last night, wasn't it? I got a pair of boots from the quartermaster, and they didn't fit. He says, "It's not my boot. It's not your." No, the army has one size of boot. Your foot doesn't fit it.
Yeah, he said the first day was like going around swapping things with people to get boots and outfits that fitted. But yeah, is it me or does that backpack just look like 6 bedrolls all tied together? But they couldn't carry much, but they're really, really comfortable when they slept. So if you are doing a little World War I battle scene, then you've got the opposing forces here. These guys are doing their running and storming bit, so that looks quite cool. So there you go, lovely, lovely. Again, if you're just getting into figure painting, some of these 135th figure kits for like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quid, they're an absolute steal because you've got beautiful figures to play with that you can practice your brush painting and stuff. And these are some of the best. So get them in. I also like the fact the guy on the right hand side has got this big floppy moustache and is shouting.
Yeah, people with moustaches always.
Yeah, we didn't mention, of course, that if you do like any of these things in what's in store, get them in your basket and check them out because we don't know how many they've got.
Slap it in your basket.
Oh God, he went all close. He's now like jumping out of the skin.
Next on BBC Two.
Yes, so if any of these tickle your fancy, we don't know how many of these they've got in stock. and it's not yours until you've paid for it. So get it in your basket and get it paid for. Don't wait to the end of the show, because by then everybody else could have bought one. What's next? Next we have the Special Hobby 1/32 scale Fokker D2 Gunzweig's Planes.
I'm glad you picked it, because I haven't been able to pronounce it.
Yeah, that just says Brunswick.
It should be Grunzweig, I think. Grunzweig. Because it's a U, it's an umlaut U, so it's Grunzweig, I think. Sergeant Bones can tell us, because he's mostly German.
Is he in? I haven't noticed.
He's the most German American I've ever met. So yes, here we go. Lovely biplane. I do have a soft spot for biplanes because they're all made out of fabric, so they're a joy to paint. You don't have to worry about getting them too shiny and all that kind of nonsense. So yeah, 1/32. So it should be nice and big as well. Nice big biplane. You'll have lots of fun. Get yourself some easy line for the rigging, for the cabling, and that's come out looking quite funky. I do have a soft spot for biplanes though. They are kind of awesome.
Sergeant Bones is in. He said you were right the first time, Fox.
Gunzweig. Fokker D2 Gunzweig's planes, 1915 Fokker E1 and E2 and E3 monoplanes ruled the skies, but we don't care about those. Lots of historical data. Something doesn't say anything about the kit. So lots of historical information. That's usually from the box instructions, so you'll get all that. But yeah, 1/32 scale, £32.39. That should keep you nice and busy for quite a while. They seem to have not painted a pilot in that though, which is interesting. Unless he's behind that.
It might not need a pilot. It's got eyes and a mouth, isn't it?
That's true. It's almost got a shark mouth on it. Almost. So yes, a beautiful little biplane kit there. Lots of fun to be had with the easy line rigging. Next up we have, oh look, it's another biplane. The Merit International 1/24 scale RAF SE5A.
Oh.
I didn't know you could get biplanes in these scales. So I was when I saw these, I'm like, oh, I could be tempted by one of these. This is the RAF SE5A kit, 1/24 scale.
Is that a later? Maybe the people in chat can tell us. Is that a later biplane then? Because it's RAF. I thought it was a Royal Flying Corps.
Yeah, the first examples reached the Western Front before the Sopwith Camel. Well, it had much better performance than the Camel. Problems with its Hispano-Suiza engine, or Suiza.
It does actually say in that description there, it says Royal Aircraft Factory.
Yeah.
So is that
right.
the RAF? Or is that...
Oh, right. Well,
It could be before it was the Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
yeah. Bit of a coincidence.
Oh, well, I've got my scroll on. There you go. Got me scroll on. So yeah, 1/24 scale. So that's in scale with all your curbside car kits.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd be tempted by that because that's going to be quite big. That's going to be quite a big kit.
Mm.
It says length 240 millimeters, but it's 24 centimeters long, 33 millimeters wide. That can't be right. 33 millimeters. That's like as big as a rice. Total parts 100.
Plus,
it's 24 by 33. So it's quite a big kit. 24 centimeters long, 33 centimeters. I would guess it's not 33 millimeters wide. That's 3 centimeters.
yeah, I think they missed an O off that, probably.
Yeah, I think they may have got that a bit wrong. So a lovely, nice bit of 1/24 scale biplane, hot biplane action. Mm-hmm. Next we have, yeah, everybody got the theme of this after the first two. To me, 135th World War I British tank Mark IV male with single motor.
With a motor. Oh.
Yep. Yeah, it's got this little thing there saying runs. But actually has an motor, so it will actually trundle about on your desktop.
Oh.
And of course, this being the male, because it's got the, if I remember right, it's the cannon on the sponsons. That's why it's the male, isn't it? Not the machine guns. Is that right?
I think so.
Male
I think that was the right way around.
Yeah,
the Mark V was the most used in the war, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Mark IV. Sorry,
male was the artillery, and female was the machine gun sponsons. And it wasn't until I started building Warhammer that I found out they were called sponsons. This is Tamiya's very first model of a World War I tank subject. It celebrates the 100th anniversary of the outbreak of hostilities in what was known as the Great War. So this is only about 4 years old, this kit, if it's from 2014. Let's see what it say about the kit. There is a video on the page itself. I guess it's one of the chaps that E-Models guys did before we came along and made good videos for them. Bless them. They did their best before we came along, but it was just unboxing.
I'm gonna have to go and watch that now.
It's just somebody taking the lid off the box and showing you the sprues. But
the first thing was they put all this music in the background, but it's all copyright music, so they all got. There's like 300 videos on the E-Models channel that are all like, yeah, you can't monetize those. Sorry, I had to educate them.
Yeah, so it's worth going along and having a look just to see what it was like before we got here.
Oh yeah,
things could be worse.
The dark days. So the Tamiya model is highly accurate, as extensive study of the tank was conducted at the Tank Museum in Bovington, in England. So yeah, Tamiya, as you know, do fantastic tank and artillery kits and armor kits, I should say. This is only 3 or 4 years old because it was done at the anniversary of 1914. So you know how good 30-year-old Tamiya kits are. This is a 3 or 4 year old tank kit.
Yeah, Rustin Customs Model says that's a very good kit, and Michael Jackman says that motorized tank is very tempting. Well, you know what to do about it.
You know what to do, Ted. Tell him what he needs to do.
Slap it in your basket.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you can do that in the left speaker and the right speaker, it'd be a good stereo test. And I have to tell you, does it come with figures as well? See, there's a proper officer figure.
Yeah.
Looks a bit disturbingly like the actor chap who I can't remember his name. He wrote some Doctor Who episodes, and he's Mark Gatiss. Looks a bit like Mark Gatiss, which is really weird because he played an officer in Doctor Who. Never mind. Moving on. So yes, if you really want that one, get that in your basket. We don't know how many they've got in stock. If you do miss out, though, don't panic. E-Models are the UK's largest stockist of Tamiya, so it can be back in stock. If you miss out and everybody else gets one first, don't panic. It'll come back. Next up, the Revell. I didn't know Revell did these. Revell 128 scale World War I fighter, SPAD 13.
That's a strange scale.
Yeah, 128. It's like Revell. They never do normal scales. They always like to do
I think they make the kit and then decide what scale it actually works out at.
So 128. So it could be anything from 148 to 114. We don't know. But yeah, I didn't even realize that Revell did subjects like biplanes, but they do. And the guy's got his arm in the air like he's going, woohoo! Woohoo! USA! USA! Don't know where that came from. But the SPAD is a fantastic looking aircraft.
I think he's doing that thing like you do with yourself in the car, don't you? When you're going down the motorway, you put your arm out the window and let the wind blow through it.
Yeah, like he's got a bit of an armpit situation going on.
Is he like indicating because he hasn't got his indicators working?
Could be.
The guy behind him is turning left.
Maybe
I'm about to go up.
Maybe he's pulling a string to fire the gun. So structure surfaces with rib detail V8 engine, movable wheels and propeller, detailed cockpit with pedals, seat and control column, exhaust pipe, instrument panel, 2 Vickers MGs, detailed undercarriage, yarn for wing bracing. I would probably say throw that away and get some easy line instead. It'll look much better. A pilot figure and 2 ground crew figures. Oh, cool. Jolly good. You get some decal sets for different. Oh, and it is actually the American version. There you go. So that's why he's going USA. So yeah, there you go. I didn't even know Revell did that. But for 15 quid, I'm not going to complain for a 128 scale. So a big biplane, 15 quid. That's a bit of a steal. But yeah, don't use it.
Phil Lewis said he built that SPAD years ago. Took a nosedive off the shelf when his missus decided to tidy. Whoa. Yeah,
never. Now's your chance to buy a replacement.
Yeah, buy a replacement.
Yeah. But yes, I wouldn't use the thread that comes with it. I got the thread with my big U-boat once, and it's just not. Don't use it. You get yourself some easy line, and you'll be more than happy. 2 more. We have 2 more to go. Next up, we have the Revell 1350th scale Russian World War I battleship, a Gangut. There's a lot of battleships in the store of this era. But I chose this one because this was the biggest scale one. All the other ones are 1/700 scale. This is the 1350, so I thought I'd choose this one. So it's quite a nice little kit. It's got some boaty stuff going on there. I know nothing about boats.
Yeah, it's got the front bit and the middle bit.
Yeah, it's got
the bit at the back.
It's got little baby boats all over it. It's covered in lifeboats for some reason. Not quite know why. Little torpedo boats and stuff and things. So yeah, that should be quite nice. It got any blurb. Let's have a look.
Russian.
I see if it gives any sizes. Length 52 centimeters. That's quite lengthy. Number of parts 432. So that's pretty good for like 45 quid. You got 432 parts in there, and it's 52 centimeters long. Almost as big as my space battleship Yamato, which is pretty good for 44 quid. My space battleship might cost twice as much. So yeah, if you like your boaty boats, there's some more pictures. Oh yeah, more. I like big guns, and I cannot lie. Yeah, I'll shut up now. And last of all, we have Ammo by Mig, World War One, British and German colours. So when you're making all the kits that you've just ordered now that I've shown you, you've got all the paints you need in the world for all your British and German colours. So you've got your, I can't read any of them. Let's
your
see
British colours and your German colours. There you go. So
Brown. Yeah, you've got your browns and your greens.
Yeah, basically you've got dull green, ochre earth, clay brown for German vehicles, green moss for most of the UK vehicles during World War One, stone grey, brown soil, and ochre earth, which you have there twice apparently. So you could probably add some more colours to that, but basically you could start yourself off with those if you're doing British or German armour, and you have some great fun with that, especially if you get that tank, the Tamiya tank, and get these paints set. Sweet.
Nice paints. Nice paints as well, Mick. You can't go wrong with them.
Yes, just remember, when you're airbrushing them, build them up in very thin misty coat. You have to do it that way. Don't do thick coats like a Tamiya paint. Do thin mist coats and build up the colour slowly so it doesn't go lumpy and smooth and shiny.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Donald McKenzie says a ship can carry a boat cannot carry a ship.
There you go. There you go. A wiser word was never spoken, apart from when it was.
What about submarines then?
They can carry planes.
How do they take off?
Very well, thank you.
They get wet.
Wet.
Very well, thank you. There were submarines with plane taken off.
Yeah.
I can't remember how hydraulic nonsense and I don't know, rails and something. So there you go. There's lots of kit. I shall stop sharing. I shall Ted, if you can unlock the magic.
I shall unlock it. It's unlocked.
It is now unlocked. I thought I'd just panicked and closed down everything then. Let's have a look. And so, yes. So, what was the theme? Go.
Go. It's just going to be hard.
Pete Rogers says, can we get another clue, please?
Lorna Hodgkin is in straight away with World Wide Web 1. Fair enough, Lorna. Well done, Lorna. Yes, it was World War 1. That was really.
Was that for a big sticker or a little sticker?
That was for a big sticker. So, Lorna, you've got yourself a big fat sticker.
Yeah.
So, what you need to do, I've lost my sticker on a piece of paper, so I can't show you the sticker on a piece of paper. So, yes, you just need to send an e-model to ted@emodels.co.uk and say, I want a big sticker, and we'll send you a big sticker.
Cool.
Well done. Phil Lewis says, yes, use Easy Line. Yes, and it's if you need to look it up, it's EZ and then line. It's actually quite hard to find nowadays. Sadly, it's not something that e-models have in stock at the moment. But yes,
I think they do actually. I think it's sold under maybe something like MiG or something like that.
I shall have a look in a minute then.
Yes,
if you've never used it before, it's perfect for doing rigging on ships and any kind of rigging and steel cabling on biplanes and on antenna aerials on aircraft. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Have a look down and see.
I don't think it's called Easy Line. I think it's called Rigging Line or something like that. I'm sure that MiG sell it in little plastic packs.
Yeah, I think Easy Line is like the branded, the well-known version. It's like Hoovers and things like that, and they're known for the thing, but other companies make it as well. Yeah,
it's basically a rubber thread. Here we go. Ammo of MiG Jimenez rigging super fine 0.01 millimeter. Let's have a look. Yes, it's the same kind of stuff. It's yes, if you look up on the e-models website, it's #8016 is the ammo of MiG Jimenez. I'll do a screen share, shall I? Where's the thing gone? I'll do another screen share. There you go. Screen share. Do you want to look it on me, Tedward?
Yeah, I'll look it on you.
There you go. The ammo of MiG Jimenez rigging superfine 0.01 millimeter. It's a rubberized thread which can stretch. The Easy Line equivalent can stretch up to 700% its own length. And what you do is you glue it with a little tiny touch of super glue at one end and then stretch it to fit and glue it to the other end. Like that simple. But it's stretchable and it doesn't, unlike thread, it's made of rubber, so it doesn't fuzz out. It doesn't go all fuzzy and horrible. And you can bend it and stretch it with different lengths to get. You can see on the picture here where we've got the bit that bends down like that. That's just these pieces here. I don't know if is my mouse showing on screen.
Yep. Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, these pieces here. That picture's the same size. These pieces here will be putting tension on this thread that goes across like that and pulling it down. Because it's super flexible. Same with that one there. If you use a short enough piece of thread, and I would suspect that's probably just a tiny dot of super glue that's then been painted over to look like the little bit in the middle. So yeah, it's really, really useful stuff if you're doing rigging on ships of any kind of ship, if you're doing biplane rigging, or even if you're doing like a World War II aircraft and you've got the antenna wire between the cockpit and the tailplane, you can use it for that. And it's just the best way of doing scale kind of rigging like that. It's better than thread. Thread looks terrible. It's just don't use thread.
Well, one of the things we used to use in model boat making was we used to use shearing elastic. However, it was quite good stuff. It worked.
You can unlock the screen outside, by the way.
It was we used shearing elastic, which is dressmakers type elastic, very thin stuff, quite good. The only thing with it used to sag after a year or so. It used to sag terribly, so you had to renew it.
TK's from the future because he's got to bed now. So night, TK.
Scale model vamps, no, dude. Scale model vamp says, can you not just use thin copper wire from headphone wires? You can, but it's not really to scale. It's not 0.01 millimeters, and it's not flexible.
Yeah,
it has that. If you're trying to stretch it to stuff, it's just going to look out of scale. But it'll also be a little bit wibbly wobbly. Whereas this stuff, the ammo stuff, or even the easy line, if you've got it, will be just straight as a die. If you glue it from here to here, two things like that, it'll be straight as a die. And if you put another piece here and pull it down, it'll bend as an angle. It won't be curved or wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, you can quite rightly use sort of like earphone wire, very thin wire, but it does tend to, if you get a kink in it, you can't always get it out.
And you can't stretch it to get it the right length. You have to cut it to exactly the right length and then glue the bit into place without bending or stretching it. And
the trick with these line is that if you've got like that kind of gap there, you cut a length that's maybe that long and you stretch it a little bit so it gives the tension. Not so much that the masts go like that. I've done that before. You can't make it that tight.
Michael Jackman does say, excuse me, the first 6 answers were said before go. I know, because I was one of them. They actually weren't. The answers did come in after Fox said go, because we were watching it. And
I said go, and
you may not be quite up to date. You might be watching the video slightly delayed, which happens as things. I've actually noticed that I've watched videos on different devices, and although they both say they're live, they're not at the same time. So different things process it and might add an extra 5 seconds in here and there. So
you'll get the data from chat instantly, whereas you'll get the data from the video a little bit slower. So, but we see it exactly the way YouTube sees it, because we get the exact feed that YouTube does as the channel host. So.
Scale Model Vamp says it's called modelling. Work it to make it work. Yeah, but I'm always for making things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a challenge in modelling to make something. When you think I can make that better, and you try it. Yeah, sometimes you can. Yeah.
But if you've got like a 1/750 scale battleship, copper wire is going to look far too big. Right, cool. So that's the what's in store.
Time for some more questions. Get your questions in.
Michael Jackman says I must cheat in the future. The trouble is cheating to the right degree, because you don't know how far behind you really are. So you've got to time it just right to click it before he says go, just in time for it to say go before he gets the.
I'm sure a lot of people out there must have the answer already typed, just poised.
Well, that's not against the rules, is it? You
can be ready
to be ready to go, but also it's for a sticker, so it's not exactly a big deal. So
talking of which, we give some stickers and things away.
Can we?
Yeah, I will give some stickers away, and we'll try and get them sent out this week. I'll try not to go into hospital again.
Stickers and mugs and things. What do you want to do? Do you want to do one each? One mug, one sticker?
Yeah. Let's say. Well, yeah, we've got a mug to give away.
Have we got questions?
Yeah, we've got some email questions.
Woohoo!
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
You go first, Ted.
I'll go first. We'll do a small sticker, shall we?
Go on then. Now remember, as we just said, refresh your browser window and drag the bar to the right-hand side before we go anywhere, just to make sure. I really want a mug, says Andy McLeish.
Remember, if you don't get a mug, you can always send off to eModels for a mug.
Send off, fill out the form in the back of the magazine.
Yeah, fill out your details, send off this little slip.
You can buy these in the store. They sell them at cost, whatever it costs them to get them made. However, they are still out of stock at the moment. So if you have won one recently, because when we get the things, you send us a mail saying I've won a mug, we send it straight to the guys. They're still waiting for the new mugs. So if you've won one in the last 3 or 4 weeks, they'll just have your name and address ready and waiting. And they might, Ted tells me, they might be version 3 mugs.
Yeah,
when they do come in. I don't know what makes them version 3. Is it a picture of Ted in a swimsuit when you heat it up? I don't know.
Yep, you add water and Ted slowly undresses.
Yeah.
Have they corrected the spelling mistake on them, do you think?
Yep, but yeah, so they're out of stock. So as soon as you come in, they will send you one.
Yes.
Right, right. We're going to do a question then.
Michael Jackman says, only kidding. I've got enough stickers when Ted sends me one for last week.
I've got enough as in what?
I've got enough when you actually send them out to me, the ones that I'm owed. Yeah.
Brian Windmill says, I want a mug.
We'll be giving away a mug soon.
Yeah. Right. Question from Andy. Hello to the new Goon Squad. That's us. This is a two-parter. It's a two-part question.
Who's this from?
This is from Andy McLeish.
As you just marked all the emails as read, so I don't know which one you do.
Hang on, I'll go. Yeah, the other one from Mike is actually a question for the stream.
Oh, okay.
So
we haven't got any other questions.
Yeah, so we haven't got any other questions.
So you went first.
Please send questions in urgently before we have Fox making them up and writing on his hand.
Oh yeah, they're normal questions, aren't they? Oh well, never mind. I'll get my marker pen ready to write a number on the back of my hand then.
Please send questions. Please, we need relief.
Scale Model Vamp sends me a note saying he's still not had stickers from me. Send me an email and I'll send you some stickers out again.
Yeah.
But you will live in South Africa. They probably just disappeared and didn't invite.
Yeah, they're probably still on the way.
Yeah, I sent them months ago. But I'll send more. I don't mind.
Right. This is a two-part question. It's from Andy McLeish, who says on the eModels web page, what is the second item? What is the second item along in the latest product on the home page, and what scale is it? So, if you go to the eModels web page, have a look at
scrolly thing.
The latest product. What's the second product, and what scale is it? Go.
There you go. Scale Model Van Paul says about not having stickers from me. That Scale Model Muse has got stickers from me. She lives in the US. They get their mail a lot quicker than you get stuff. It just takes forever. You're on this, Ted, because I don't know what's on there yet.
Anders Eriksson says it's a 148 Curtis Hawk. That'll do me. Well done.
Well done. Send your name and address to ted@emodels.co.uk and say you want a small sticker, and we'll send you a small sticker out.
Yeah, and Andy McLeish then sends another email adding his address.
Yes, as a big does. Sergeant Bones, who apparently may or may not be in chat, says crisp sandwich in 1-to-1 scale. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I really want a crisp sandwich.
Right. I've taken the question, so it's you two now to make one up. Good.
Do you want to go next, Chris, or shall I go next?
Well, what we can do, while we give people a chance to send in some questions, we can read that one from Mike. It's a question for the guys in chat, really. It's not a question for a sticker, but he's asking a problem that he has. He says he's a couple of questions that the audience may be able to help with. Firstly, he opened his box of Alclad 2 paints the other day, and the solvent seems to be evaporating. This is despite the tops being firmly screwed on and tape wrapped around the ceiling area. I would like to top them up. Any idea what sort of solvent he could top up the Alclad 2 with? Anybody, any idea?
Alclad 2 are going to be lacquer paint, so it's going to be
like Mr. Hobby thinner or something like that.
Yeah, lacquer thinners. To be honest, I say if your solvent's evaporating like that, I don't know if you got them from the guys at eModels, but if you did, if you got it from eModels, give them a shout, because there may be something wrong with the seals on those bottles. Perhaps they're leaking or flashing out or something.
Yeah, maybe not topped up properly at the first place.
Yeah, if there's a problem with the seals on those, maybe that's why it's happening. Shouldn't be doing that, but I don't know. I've never used Alclads, but I know they are lacquer based, so I'm going to guess lacquer thinners. Speedy Curator says lacquer thinners.
Yeah.
But the downside, of course, is that you're adding lacquer thinners to them, but then you're kind of diluting them more. Because
if the thinners have sort of evaporated off, then you're not really diluting them anymore. You put them back to where they were, assuming it's just the thinners that's flashed off. But
you might add more. You don't know. You're going to be adding different lacquer thinners, so
Spidiq8 does say, but check the little conical seal inside the cap. They can crack if they're tightened too much.
Oh, he says they're 3 years old now. He'll have a look at lacquer thinners. Oh, in that case, yeah, your seals have died over 3 years. Because remember, even lacquer thinners are kind of harsh, so any seals and bottles can potentially start dying.
Yeah. So a second question is he's got a Meng Toon U-boat, brilliant little kit. I think it's probably the same one as you've got, Fox. He's got the Meng Toon U-boat, and he wants to paint it in something that's fairly realistic rather than cartoony colours. He'd probably be mostly in Tamiya NATO grey or similar, as he wants to make it. I want to make part of it look rusty. Yes, I realised a bit above the waterline, but it's a toon. Any tips for making U-boats look rusty?
Yes, I've done 2 of them now.
Lots of them.
I found that Tamiya neutral grey and Tamiya German grey were 2 brilliant colours for U-boat colours.
Yeah,
however,
there is also a life colour set. I think it's a life colour set. Hang on a minute. I'm going to stand up. I'm not going to stand on the chair.
So those are quite good colours. I'm about to show you. But for doing
I don't think I'll fall out the cupboard either. Life colours, German U-boat set. All the colours you could need in there for U-boats.
Because they weren't just like double tones of grey; they're all different colours. Some of them had dazzle camouflage, some were all different colours. So various colour schemes. But for rusting, a very very easy way to do rust is if you want to do chipping, and you're doing painty chipping, you can. I do recommend a good. Whether you're going to paint it the rust colour first and then chip the greys off afterwards, or whether you're going to paint it all greys and then add chipping with a brush. Ammo by MIG Shadow Rust AMIG 043 is a really nice sort of medium rust colour to do for your base chip colour. So I would do that. I'd paint my chips on by hand, and then I would go around the edge of them with a lighter grey for the highlight areas and a darker grey for the low light areas, and you get that 3-dimensional chip. For rust streaking, you could use, I've personally used the MiG 502 Abteilung light and dark rust oil paints. They are brilliant to do little touches of paint and streak it down, and you can dry brush for the bloomed rust effect. Or the MiG oil brushes, which are also really really good, because using oil paints you can do a little touch and feather it and blend it, and you can do anything from the streak effects, like I said, or you can do it as a wash to go round shapes and into recesses to get that kind of rust effect. Because remember, when you look at on a U-boat, above the waterline, the rust is going to be where water has run down from a small rust spot, like a chip. It's run down and it's pooled and collected. So you'll have little chips of it painted on, and you'll have streaks and fades, and they'll all be faded and feathered, and there'll be bits where the rust has bloomed under the paint, and you get that kind of faded patch effect, which you can stipple on and dry brush. So check out the Ammo by MiG oil brushes. I think there's a rust colour in there, or the 502 Abteilung oil paints, the light and dark rust. They're really really useful.
One of the things I did do on my U-boat, this one here, I did manage to get this part filmed and rusted. So if you go along and have a look at the U-boat build on YouTube, it shows you how to build and rust the U-boat for that. So
when I actually get round to finishing my Strike Rouge Gundam, which is in bits there, I will be doing my build of the little tiny egg U-boat. Let me get it for you. Not that, because that's my Death Core of Krieg. That one. And I'm going to do that in a realistic colour scheme with lots of weathering, because I've done 2 U-boats now, and I'm going to just do it exactly as the other ones, lots of rusting and streaking. So I will do that as a video build series for e-models, because that's why I've got this. So yes, if you want, it might be a while. I'm not. If you want to wait, you can do. But
one thing on that note, one thing I noticed at Telford this year, over on the MiG stand, the AK stand, they had a book building the Toon sort of series, and in that they had some figures, Toon figures.
Oh, really?
Looks like they're probably going to announce them or release them shortly.
Because I'm tempted to get like a Warhammer Commissar and have him sticking out the hatch at the top with his sword. Go closer so I can hit him with my sword. I might do something like that, because they're kind of one thing. Yeah, if you want to wait for it, a number of months, I will actually do that as a video build series on e-models. But if not, oil paint's your best bet. I love doing oil paint for rust. Paint on chips with acrylics, but do the blending and the streaking and stuff with oils because they just give you the best fade effects. And you can lighten it if here's another tip. If you've got, say, a light and a dark rust color, and you've used them both, and you want to get a really bright rust color just for little bits, try adding some yellow to the rust color to lighten it. If you just add white, you'll go for the sort of what's the word, pastel-y shades. If you add white to brown, it just makes it like a lighter brown. But if you add yellow, it makes it that more vibrant brown. It can give you that real bright, rusty, fresh rust color.
There's lots of information out there on weathering and chipping. And just have a look at some of our videos on the Model YouTube. Give you all sorts of advice. But yeah, remember, it's yours. It's a toon model, so yeah, have some fun with it.
Michael Jackman says individual U-boat captains had their own preference for camouflage. Donits left it up to them because of their experience, which is true. There was a lot of leeway given to them as to what colours they painted their U-boats.
Yeah, plus the theatre that they were working as well. They varied from fleet to fleet.
Yes, fleet to fleet. Right, so did Chris do a question then?
I can do a question, yeah.
Yay.
We have another question sent in, and Andy sent in another question. So I might as well nick that.
Oh yes, me again, he says.
So what are we doing? Have we done a big sticker yet? Or
No, it's a big sticker now.
Big sticker now, is it?
This
Right.
amuses me because of what the answer is.
So the big mystery sticker.
This does amuse me because of what the answer is.
Right. So
you
know what the answer is. You can help me read out the thing. Right. So we have a question.
Yes, I've seen the answer.
Right. Andy says.
We always said this day would come.
When you search on the eModels site, he wants to know what the first result comes up. So get ready with the eModels site, and I'll tell you what to search for in a moment. And we want to know the first result. So when you search for ammo by MiG, what's the first result that comes up? Go.
You could just take a guess.
You could just take a guess. It's something you've all typed many times before.
Yeah, we don't need the full everything.
Just
the one thing would be fine.
Obviously not cheese and onion.
It's not flesh tones, Jamie.
Not 42, but it could be the other one.
It's not bullets. Spidey 8 is in there with Dunkelgelb.
And it is actually Dunkelgelb.
Well, according to we don't know. We don't test these things.
Yes, we don't.
Yes.
So for once, it was actually Dunkelgelb.
Yeah. So congratulations, Spidey 8 has won himself a large eModels Mr. E sticker.
Yep. So pop us your name and address. We know it anyway, but you'd send us the mail so we've got it in the inbox to remind us to send you a sticker
At some point in the near future. Honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
At some point.
As the Spid says, ha 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 ha. My other choice was cheese and onion.
Well, I said it's not cheese and onion or 42. There's only one other answer it could have been. So
yeah, now I'm not at work. I can manage to go the other way to the post office, so I'll be able to send some stickers out.
Yes. Right. One more question then. I've got one here. It's from G.A. Presswood, who actually sent his name and address in the initial email. Andy McLeish.
Is that the done thing? Is it?
I don't know.
What's this question for? Is this for a mug?
This is for a mug.
Oh, the mug.
This will require the Googlage, I suspect, unless you happen to know. Excuse me. Right, G.A. Presswood mails in, and he says, I'll add a lot of words to the sentence to make it more speakable. He says, what is the wingspan of a DH mosquito? Go. De Havilland, obviously not an insect. No. What is the wingspan of a de Havilland mosquito? Go.
That's the 1-to-1 scale wingspan, yep. not the model.
Now again, we don't fact check these, so I'm looking for exactly what he's written here. It might be right, it might be wrong. Don't know. It's some numbers.
Yeah. Well, what's wingspan? G.A. Presswood says?
Well, blow me. Spidey Q8 has got it again. 54 feet 2 inches.
Yeah, Evil Monkey is not correct when he says this big, because I very much doubt you are holding your arms 54 feet apart.
Yes. So, Spid, when you send the mail saying, please send me a sticker, can you send me a mug as well, and we'll send it off to the guys. So, well done.
The mugs are still out of stock, though, aren't they? So
yes. So
we'll be there with you soon, but yeah.
And McLeish says, shut up, Fox.
So, I have a sneaking suspicion that the guys, when they send their mugs out, they include a sticker anyway.
Yes, they probably do. Jamie Bone says, all I need is a Skipper Ted sticker. Just pop a mail and ask Ted for one and send
Yeah,
you.
I think Jamie has. I just haven't got round to sending one.
Right. So well done, Spid. Again, Spid, you never win anything, says Zadster. Spid says, "Ask me what the winning lottery numbers are." Spid, can you tell me in a mail to me, only me, please? Thank
Yeah,
you.
only you ask. Send the mail to ted@emodels.co.uk.
Vamp asks, "What Google are you using, Spid?"
Quick one, by the looks of it, yeah.
Wikipedia said 51 feet, says Dick Evans. Remember, we never check. We never check if the answers are correct. We just ask you to get the same answer.
A few people have put 54'2", so I'm assuming somewhere that's the answer.
Yeah. But I say we're far too lazy to actually.
That 2 inches makes all the difference.
So they tell me. Evil Monkey says it might be my party trick, holding his arms 54 foot. But yeah.
It says, ask Google there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bonus is 42. And if it came in on that on Saturday, do you imagine? Andy McLeish says, that's Ted. Ted at eModels. emodels.co.uk.
That's Ted. Ted at eModels. emodels.co.uk.
Strange. I hear that every time now.
Yeah.
You cannot.
However, I'm sure there are people that are sending emails to ted at emodels.co.uk.
There's probably a big void somewhere with hundreds of email questions.
There's a mail server just going, oh, for God's sake, stop sending it to this address.
I'm sure that eModels have actually set up an address at ted at eModels, just in case.
Yeah, emodels.
That's probably why we only get one question that comes in each week, because the rest have gone to Ted at
emodels. Oh dear.
Spid says, now I've typed that, I'm going to have to go and get a ticket just in case, or I'll be sick as a parrot.
Yeah. Jamie Bone says, hi, Fox's mum. George Gabriel says, I made it somehow. Welcome, George.
Welcome, George.
Yeah, morning, evening, whatever time it is over there.
Yeah, it's usually Carl that comes in about this time, isn't it?
Yeah, you just missed all the giveaways and all the good stuff.
Spinny Q says, slap it in your basket at emodels.co.uk. What's he got?
We decided what
I think it's chair fell away. What?
Ted?
What?
We decided what we're doing for a Christmas build yet?
We haven't yet. We must discuss it.
Close, isn't it? Christmas is like 6 weeks away tomorrow. Or something.
I've got that Meng Toon Shermy to build.
I've got one as well. Well, we could do that again.
Sherman, mate.
Yeah, we could do.
I've got to get my next build for eModels, so I'll just remind them to chuck something in the box with that. Then.
Yeah. I bought this 10 quid thing. Can you put in a 500 quid kit? Thanks.
I'll just put Ted at Ted.
Oh yeah, Anders says, please write the mail address in the chat. Yeah.
All right. Just check the eModel site, and it really is Dunkelgelb. Andy, how bored were you to discover that? Lol.
Yeah, how many things did you actually have to type in before Dunkelgelb came up as the answer?
Roadie Hobby is off. Good night, Roadie Hobby. Thanks for coming in. Paul D. Tomasa says the Meng Santa Sherman. Me and Ted have just got the regular Sherman. It might be the Firefly. Is it the Firefly or the regular? I don't know. It's a regular Sherman. So we've already got them. I think we got them specifically to do the Christmas build. But if you remember last year, we did like a 4-hour live stream where we just built and painted some toon tanks.
Well, it might come in handy because I don't have a spray booth or anything this year.
Yeah, brush painting all the way. Brush painting all the way. Yeah. Now, we have an announcement. Well, we have an announcement of an announcement.
Oh, yes.
It's a teaser of a teaser. It's like a teaser trailer for a teaser trailer.
Is it only 3 seconds long?
Yeah. Now, if you remember, about 1,000 years ago, we asked you to send in demo videos because we're looking for people to join the eModels video making team. Unpaid. It's purely voluntary. We're asking for people to do content like me, Ted and Chris, and I do. And Tony and everybody else who does the videos. We need more people because we need more content because there's not enough hours in the day for all of us to do lots and lots of content. So we asked you to do little 5-minute demo videos, and we've had quite a lot come in. We're still accepting videos, so if you've not yet got round to it, do a little 5-minute video. Have a look on the YouTube channel. There is a video on there somewhere. I can't remember where it is now, saying that we're looking for you to join us, and here's what we need. So we're not going to stop accepting them. So keep doing it. Even 6 months from now, we'll still, if somebody sends us a video that blows us away, we'll be like, brilliant, you can make videos for us. However, we have made some decisions, and we can say there will be some emails going out this week. Yep. So just stay tuned. We have made some.
Don't worry. If you don't get an email this week, it may be that we might decide in the future that we may send you an email.
Yep, because we can only pick a certain number of people. We're not looking for just one person. And like I say, it's open-ended. So even a year from now, if somebody sends us a video that's really good, we'll be like, we need that guy on the team or that girl, whoever it might be. So don't think that this is it. We'll happily have 35 people making videos for e-models. The more the merrier. We'll take as many as we can get, because the more content comes in, it's the more content, isn't it? So we have made some decisions. We'll be sending out some emails this week. But like Ted says, if you don't get an email and you haven't been picked right now, don't panic. The fact you've sent us some demo videos, we know who you are. We know where you are, so we can keep an eye on you. It may just be we don't think you're ready yet, maybe, but we'll keep an eye on you, and it might be that we send you an email later on down the line. So keep making videos, keep doing stuff. We know where you are, and we'll watch your stuff.
Yep, good.
So, yeah, stay tuned. One or more of you will receive an email later this week.
George says, I'm going to send one to you in 10 years. When it opens up to us Yanks, I'll be golden.
Yeah, I'll be golden. Yeah. Well, you said I will be golden, so you get 10 points for saying that, because that's kind of British phrase. Don't send me an email. I've done my PPI, says Lord Barclay III to me.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, well done, says Andy.
Digger Evans was asking about the drawers behind you, but everyone in chat's already told him that it was Hobby Zone and that they're available from emodels.co.uk.
These ones, yes. Not those ones, because they're German and I got them off some guy for free.
No, it wasn't them. It was them.
Yes. Hobby Zone stuff is the best stuff in the world. You have to make it yourself. Use some Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Wood Glue is brilliant. It's great fun. Great fun. And they go together like a dream. You get magnets, and I've got that many magnets left over. I've got tons of magnets. And I've got loads from my Warhammers now. Tons of them. Look. Oh, it's got a whore. I broke my hand.
Yeah, I've got some Hobby Zone behind me there. Ted hasn't, but
no, I've got some Hobby Zone stuff, but I don't have any magnets left over.
Oh. Magnets? How do they work? Yeah, you will get a whole mess of magnets left over. It's brilliant. So buy lots and lots of Hobby Zone. And just try not to.
Yeah, but you have to remember. You have to remember though. Hobby Zone doesn't last long at e-models, because once everybody gets. Once everybody knows it's in.
Yeah. So if you have a look, they do get restocked quite quickly there. So if you go on there and there's a particular unit you're looking for that isn't there, don't panic. Doesn't mean they haven't got it. Just means it's out of stock. So give them a shout. If you know a particular unit that you want and you can't see it on the website, it just means they're out of stock. So give them a shout and they'll be able to get it in for you.
LD says, are you going to have a live introduction stream for the new folks? It's not for this live bit, it's just for making kits and the pre-recorded videos at the moment. So.
Yeah. We're just asking people to join us in making pre-recorded video content, build videos and stuff. It may well be that as we bond with them and get to know them, we might then decide to bring them into the live stream. We might not. It's not for everybody. Live streaming is not for everybody. Some people just don't want to do it. But we wouldn't ask them to do that straight out. But at this point, it's just making pre-recorded video content.
Mark asks, the best model Tiger 1 kit. Any recommendations? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the guys out there well, the guys in chat will know.
Yeah, they'll know everything. They might even tell you.
No.
Yeah. And George says, I grabbed 15 modules on the last e-models sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when Pete came on, was it, with a great discount code?
They should come with a warning, because they are addictive, the Hobby Zone stuff.
Because the thing is, when I was at school, I was the worst person in the world at woodwork. I could not do woodwork. I could not do metalwork. Practical stuff, I just couldn't do it. Woodwork, I was terrible. Yeah, I built them things. Took me like an entire day because I wasn't very good. But it's good fun. I didn't mess it up. But just be careful with the magnets. Don't get them the wrong way around, because that could lead to sadness.
Yeah, because then they hover above each other. They don't go together. They just sort of float.
You'll put your rack down and just ping off across the room and be like, oh, that's not going to work very well.
Alex Thorpe says a Tamiya 148th Tiger is good.
Jimmy Bourne says Ming or Tacom. Depends what scale you want, says Nicholas. Tacom 135th. Yeah, it depends on what scale.
1/16 for Tiger 1.
No, mine was a Panzer 4.
Panzer 4, yeah. I don't know if it was a Tiger 1. Yeah. The problem, there might be. I know Tamiya do a few, like they do some of the real small scale ones, because they're supposed to be remote control, but you can buy them as just kits.
There's a good suggestion. Rifle models make possibly the best Tiger 1. Yeah, rifle models have good kits. We've got one under the stairs.
They're brilliant kits. I've got one I've not done yet.
yeah, I just haven't got around to
You've got that one I've got there.
That's the one. Yeah.
G. was given to you by Chris Chibnall.
Right, we're about getting time to wrap up now.
Colin at Festa 67 says, that's why my Hobby Zone units float. I've got the magnets all go around.
Ostrich says he never built Tiger One. If only there was a sale coming up.
Oh, if only there was a sale on the 23rd of November.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
Yeah.
Before we go, we do have something else to do.
Do we?
We do. We had a competition last week.
We did.
We did.
Good job you're reading the script.
I remember these things. And
Yeah,
sometimes things sink in. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do.
Yeah. I totally forgot because you're doing it.
Yeah, that's probably why you forgot. Because
I'm not doing it. I'm blanking it.
Yeah, it's because you don't have it waited on your screen for.
Exactly. I thought, well, I've got all these. Oh, why? That's why I've got all these windows open. Should we do that now then?
Yeah, go on then. Have you locked it on Chris, Edward?
I haven't.
I shall lock it on Chris.
I can't.
We have to remind Ted because he forgets all the things all the time.
Right, I shall find a window to share and share it.
Share my window.
Last week we gave away a falcon, didn't we?
Yes. Spid says, yeah, bring it on. I'm on a roll.
Let me click the share button. Yes, well, you had to have commented already. It's no good to do it. Well, you can do it now, but you've got about 10 seconds to do it now before.
My cat's just howling at the...
Oh, is that at your end, Ted?
It wasn't my end.
Ted, put your. I was going to say, bring the cat onto telly so we can look at the cat.
It might look like a chicken. Right, so we have last week's thingy with all the comments below. I can't remember what we asked. Oh, with bird facts, wasn't it?
And you can comment, you're not putting the cat on telly, Ted.
The cat and the chicken.
Yeah, we're getting chicken on telly. Go on.
It's gone out.
I'll just refresh this now so we've got up-to-date comments in case anyone's put one on in the last 10 seconds.
QA says, wait, did I comment last week? Well, it's too late now.
Too late now because I've just clicked the button already.
Other retailers, of course, are available.
Yes, we'll skip the ad and we'll go back to Fox and a wet palette.
Yeah.
Right, so we have many comments there. I shall grab the
Earl
and put it into the random YouTube checker comment picker to randomly pick
place this time.
I've got the right one. Yeah, look.
Just don't press the wrong buttons because there's some buttons that aren't buttons.
Well, this is a button, isn't it? I'll click that one that loads all the comments in.
Yeah.
So we have 25 unique users found.
Ooh, Digger Evans says, I don't remember this.
Well, there you go. You weren't here last time whenever we did it.
George
Gabriel says, do it at the end.
Maybe pick me.
I shall randomly pick the winner, shall we?
Yes. Do I count down?
No, I'm just going to click it.
3. There you go. Count on 3.
The winner is Andy McLeish.
Ooh.
He says, a group of swimming swans is called a bevy. No, I'm just thinking as I drunk I am.
Andy McLeish, well done. You'd send us an email, but not put your address in it, and then send us another email with your address in, please. Wow, well done, Andy.
Yeah, Andy McLeish said there's 2 emails to Ted. Ted e-models.
Yes. One saying you've won and one with your address where to send your prize.
Yes. So, yeah, get that sent off to us and just put down that you've won the whatever the hell it was.
It was a falcon, wasn't it? It was a falcon. It was a thingy falcon.
Have you got it open?
No. I didn't do that bit.
Let me find. Let me do all that work.
I did see it, but I didn't see it.
Can't do anything nowadays, can you? Let me find it.
There it is. The Italeri 148 F-16A, a fighting falcon. Only one A in it, not F-16A.
It's not the
falcon. Not the F-16, a fighting falcon.
What's the hashtag?
The hashtag is 2786.
Hashtag 278. I'll put it in chat for no reason at all. Just because my keyboard sounds awesome. I'll put it in again just because my keyboard sounds awesome.
There we go.
Hashtag 278.
I don't know. I'm not sharing anymore, am I? I could share it.
Yeah, show us.
I can show you. I can go back to there and go back to there and go back to there and share that. Look, it looks like that.
A little bit of that. There you go.
That was the video from last week, indeed.
Yeah, from last week.
So there we go. That's what you've won. Here's what you could have won.
Yeah. So yeah, you know where to send the email, Andy. Emails. Just put like a different each line of your address in a different email.
You could just send one email. We won't mind.
Yeah.
It'll be a novel experience.
Don't forget, if you like that model as well, just slap it in your basket, but it's not yours till you check it out.
Why did you put the thing in twice, Fox?
Because my keyboard sounds awesome when I do that. On my IBM keyboard. vintage 1980s keyboard that's just the best thing in the world. So I'm going to keep typing.
Speed says, don't forget to do the receipt and unboxing video. Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, you can tell the wife about this one because it came free. So
nobody ever does that, you know. Everybody that wins a model, we always say, send us pictures, and they never do.
No, nobody ever said. Yeah, we feel unwanted.
Yeah,
I know. Send us a little video. Send us a little video of the unboxing or something, and we'll put it up on the eModels YouTube channel.
Yeah,
we might edit it to make it actually, watchable. Don't film in portrait.
Don't film naked either.
Yeah, so film portrait, handheld camera.
Yeah, if it comes in portrait handheld and there's a suspiciously reflective object just off to the side, we'll be like, yeah, we're not putting that on the YouTube channel. Matt Pab says, I haven't been able to finish mine yet. Sorry, don't worry.
Digger says, when my stickers arrive, I'll do a reveal video.
Yeah, be a big wad of stickers, be all the stickers.
Andy McLean sent an email saying, I won the big flying falcon birdie. Have you included your address?
I'll bet
find out.
And Andy says, wait, I have to do what?
Oh, yes. It didn't have the address on there, but it had the little 3 dots because Gmail is rubbish and decides to make just the first line in an email visible. It's like, oh. Lovely. Well done. You got it right, dude.
I
think we're done now. That'll be it. We've finished now.
Yeah, Anders Ericsson says, time fly when you're having fun. You've got to start doing 3-hour shows. 3 hours aren't bad.
Yeah, but that'll finish at midnight.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow.
And he says he'll film in portrait just to annoy Fox. Filming in portrait is for mouth-breathing chavs. Don't do it. Unless you're a mouth-breathing chav, in which case go for it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love me really, Fox, he says.
Right, thanks. It's about time we wrapped it up. So remember, anything you saw tonight, if you liked it, slap it in your basket. But it's not yours till you check it out.
23rd November, Black Friday. Was it Sale 10 was the code, I think?
We don't need to remind them about that yet. We've got another show before then, haven't we?
Yeah, but we'll remind them anyway. Sale 10.
Yeah. So we'll be around Friday, probably buying things.
And Anders says it's midnight here already anyway. He's in the future.
Yeah, Scale Model Vamp's off to go and play some Destiny 2. Funnily enough, so am I.
Mm-hmm. Well, we all nip off to Greg's anyway to see if they serve steak kidney puddings.
Oh, can you imagine if Greg's was 24 hours?
Yeah. Greg's have got a new Christmas thing out. The Christmas bake thing that's got like turkey and bacon and stuff in it.
Oh, can you imagine if Greg's had a 24-hour store? Oh,
drive-through.
Yeah, that'd be better than McDonald's. I keep forgetting that my local McDonald's is 24 hours because I can go and get filth whenever I want it. 3 in the morning, I really just need some nasty filth. I'll go to McDonald's. There's nothing. But if I can go to Greg's any time of the day, 3 in the morning, I need some sausage rolls.
Digger says Ted could work in the supermarket doing announcements. Clean up to aisle 3.
Please mind the gap. Spillage in aisle 4.
Yeah, you'd be
right. Well, we go and petition Greg's to open 24 hours at serving steak kidney puddings. We will leave you two with that thought, and we'll see you all next week.
I'll have a great big week first.
Yeah, so glad you could all come along, and we'll see you all next week, God willing. And may your God go with you. Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.